Marvin Gaye is wrong. I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that? It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not right.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcos. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit her with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy Tobin, hold to the show, man. Steers on the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm alive by the motor. No proof, like I always wanted him. I never hated him. I never traded him. Independent, and I never traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side floor. Just like a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as could be. You can watch on YouTube with views for French. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
It is the Tobin and Leroy show.
I am enjoying. Well, let me be honest.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell I'm enjoying. I will show you guys.
Yes. Currently, for the radio audience, Leroy is showing us Japanese snacks that he got from his son's most recent trip to Japan, correct?
Yep.
About how long was he there? You said he enjoyed it very much.
Oh, yeah. He said he loved it. He said everything is very inexpensive.
Love
like
that.
The shirt he got me.
Yeah.
Is so soft.
Oh.
He said
I've seen
he had Wagyu steak.
Oh yeah. No,
like $20.
Ooh.
He said the town is right next to where they were. Very cheap. He said all the food is made better. He said McDonald's is better.
Is he are you allowed to reveal why he was there? Like I don't
know. He was just there.
Just having fun vacation
with his friends. They decided, hey, let's go to Japan.
That's fire. Usually my friends
let's go to Disney.
No, we're like, let's do Vegas,
Yeah, but that's what you do when you live at home.
No one thinks
you can go to Japan.
Go to Japan, I guess you're right.
He said, yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
He said they were all looking at him like they were ballers because they were tall and they weren't.
I think there's another reason as well.
Yeah.
It may have looked
wasn't
a little
an intangible.
Correct.
Right. So
they're like, oh,
and he had dreads. So
he fit the description of whatever they
right
to be a baller.
He said he go to the clubs, they play same music you hear here.
Yeah, love that.
He said, but as far as he said, it's clean. He said you'll be walking down the street during the day and they cleaning the streets.
No, yeah, I've definitely heard that they've even removed the garbage cans from public areas.
Right.
Because they didn't even want you to even think about littering.
He like he said, they had a McDonald's over there, totally different. He said the food, none of the food is as processed as it is here. And so he said he had a good time. Brought me back some snacks. And like I said, don't know what these snacks are, but they're delicious.
So are they nuts or
It's like some kind of chocolate surrounded by multi-balls, what you get in a Whopper. Then a peanut is in the middle. So it's a multi-layer snack.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I also know that they have a good candy over there as well.
Yep.
So my thing is, at first I was like, I'm not really interested because I thought they were seafood dominant. But I've heard they have great steak, and I've heard they actually bake really well.
Right. All the cooking is done fresh.
Yeah.
Like he said nothing's processed, it's all fresh. And then he said
he's gonna move to Japan, bro.
The anime is real. Everybody lives by it. Everybody.
Oh, yeah. Which I'm not really a fan of, if I'm being honest. I'm not an anime guy, and
I'm
I
not
also
like a grown ass person dressing up like cartoons.
that's what I'm talking about. Like,
Right.
you know what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And usually, if I'm being honest, if you're into anime, you're usually not into sports. I know that you can show me examples of some. I know there's a running back currently plays for the Saints, I think, if I'm not mistaken. He used to play for the Lions. His name escapes me, but I know there's certain like Israel Adesanya as well. I know is a big anime guy. Sure, you're gonna find those guys.
You gonna tell him he's soft?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, definitely not. I tell you, there's one in whatever I'm sure you can find, but for the most part, it's like you're either or. You know, it's Saturday morning. You were either looking forward to college football or looking forward to Yu Yu Hakusho. I can't.
Did you watch that game last night?
Did I, Leroy?
I had a 5-legger. Guess who failed me?
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers.
You know what? I knew
because the guy who had 100+ yards,
yeah,
he damn near didn't have 100 yards in his career.
Yeah. No, there was some crazy occurrences.
Look, let me tell you, that game started off slow.
Yeah, which
second
was not
half. Second half, it picked up.
Yeah, it did.
With 2 minutes left, it was 28-21. I mean, 28-28, and the Ravens were inside like the 5. So I'm like, 2-minute warning, this is over. I get up this morning, the final score was 35-34. I'm like, what happened in those 2 minutes?
You did it yourself, so you didn't even finish watching it.
So they scored and went for 2?
Oh, man, what a game. Yeah, so first, things got a little crazy to me when Justin Tucker right before Justin Tucker misses an extra point. It's an 85-yard touchdown. It's like, all right, we got a game now. He misses the extra point, and it's like, okay.
This is going to cost them. But they got the 2 points back.
They did. They ended up getting it back. They tied at 28, and it seems like, all right, this is good football for the most part. But the way that both of these quarterbacks perform, and I mean, Jamar Chase, first of all, the Ravens they do what they do. They rely on Derrick Henry and a good offensive scheme, whatever. They score, and they do their best at milking the clock. Cincinnati comes down, and Jamar Chase had one of the most unbelievable games I've ever seen in my life, to be honest.
Really?
And every time Joe Burrow would step up out of the pocket, it kind of seemed like he would scramble, but he would always somehow on the run find Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase ended with like 3 touchdowns, and trying to see if they had it on TV. Like
264, I think.
And
he had like 30 yards after the first quarter and a half.
It really was an amazing performance. And I know Tua is good. Tua is very good. But damn, sometimes I look at these other quarterbacks and I'm just like, damn.
Well, and let's look at it this way, though. Joe Burrow had an excellent second year. They haven't won since. They haven't been close to winning. And so while we sit here and we can say, oh, I'd rather have Joe Burrow, I'd rather have this, I'd rather have that.
Oh no, I didn't say that.
No. But let me explain. Different quarterbacks flourish in different situations, right? I don't know if Joe Burrow could flourish in a time, quick read, stuff like that, because he scrambles a lot.
Yeah, he moves a lot.
Conversely, I don't know if Tua could sit back there and pat the ball all day.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And so sometimes you find a perfect situation for your skill set, but we want to make one better than the other. And I think that's a difficult thing to do when you have these coaches who are designing offenses around your skill set. This is not like for people to think that anybody can play quarterback in some of these offenses is just not true.
Yeah.
And the coaches have designed an offense with plays and reads for the quarterback to be able to flourish in that offense. So, yeah, like, I mean, think about this. When Lamar scrambles, he doesn't throw it as much. Right? He sometimes eats it because he don't want to pull the trigger. Whereas you're looking at somebody like Joe Burrow, he has the whole opposite mentality. So that plays a lot into it too. So, like, yeah, I get it. Everybody says, this guy's better than this guy's better. Like, if I took Joe Burrow and put him in Lamar's system, like, no, it wouldn't work. And I'm sure these coaches are smart enough to adjust. But we're looking at quarterbacks throughout the league that are playing in situations where they flourish. And it's hard to determine who's better at the other guy's skill set.
Yeah. I mean, and you look no further than Deshaun Watson. In Houston's system, look great. In Cleveland, I know there's been some injuries, some pause of football, but he doesn't look like even.
It's just, well, and I would say this. There's one more added piece to the Deshaun Watson thing that we're going to look at in hindsight. Look at the receivers he had.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Dude,
look at the receivers he had. Look
it's
at the.
Enough, though. I mean, he also had an excellent running game and an excellent defense.
Yeah. No. I'm not. Listen, I think part of the issue that Deshaun Watson had was he couldn't get away like he used to.
Yeah.
So all those, buying time and making plays ended up being sacks. And he wasn't very good at timing routes, which as you get older, you got to be, better at that because you don't have the ability to escape as well as you did before. And so what ended up happening is all those timing routes down the field. And like I said, I watched some film on him, and there's guys running wide open down the field, but he wasn't even looking. So mentally he got messed up, and then you bring, Jameis Winston in the first game, he lightened him up, throwing the ball down the field. And then last week he went back to dink and dunk. So, yeah, man, it's a hard position to play. I hate when people think we can just go get one anywhere, right? Yeah. There's a lot of great college quarterbacks. There's a lot of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks who didn't play a lick in the NFL. And so for us to just be looking at college players and say, we want that guy. We need that guy. We got, let's tank for him. Well, that don't always work out.
These are your headlines that are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. A Doral Hyundai, choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory like Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Yesterday, like we had been mentioning, great showdown. It came down to the end, Leroy. The Bengals got one late and decided they didn't want to gamble on Lamar Jackson getting the ball and driving down. They wanted to go for the win. They went for two, ended up not making it. They lost 35-34. Leroy, do you think that was the right call, or do you think they should have went for the tie?
Rule of thumb.
Yeah.
This is a standard rule. It doesn't necessarily mean that coaches use it, but here's the thought process. On the road, you go for two. At home, you play overtime. Simple as that.
All right. He was on the road, so It makes sense. They went forward. On that final play, there was a missed defensive holding on Mike Gesicki, and there was a missed roughing the passer call, potential face mask on Joe Burrow, when he got thrown to the ground there. Is that something that, you wish was reviewable, or is it just one of those moments that's kind of like, that's football?
Last play in the game, you're going to have a hard time getting those players back on the field. It's just, look, as much as we watch sports and get mad at guys who make mistakes,
Yeah,
it is human, right?
for sure.
And
So do you wish it was reviewable?
you can't review penalties. They either call them
I was gonna say, or lack of penalties being called.
You can't, because guess what?
Happens every play.
Well, it happens a lot. What about, you remember the Vikings and the Saints when the guy just took the guy out and nobody said nothing? It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Like, I wish there was a way for officials to be better, especially in those moments.
Yeah.
Like, because here's what I get annoyed by.
Do you add an extra official? Do you
No, because you're still only looking. The guy who was looking in that area should have been paying attention.
Maybe
But
add.
Here's what upsets me.
Yeah.
And this upsets me to no end. Who is the guy they protect the most on the football field?
Quarterback.
So if there's a face mask on the quarterback, who's not looking at the quarterback?
That's the thing. That's
you see what I'm saying?
That's what they're saying.
So that is what I have a bigger problem with.
Yeah.
Because you've called so many ticky-tack fouls on quarterbacks throughout the league. And now you have a valid one and you don't call it.
Yeah.
The holding thing, a lot of times in those moments,
he also flopped a little bit, if I'm being honest.
They let you play. Here's why.
It was a holding, but
here's why sometimes they let you play.
Yeah.
Because you know what's coming? That damn pick play.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the hardest play in the world to call. And so from that standpoint, they sometimes let the guy get up on him a little bit more so he don't get picked.
Right, makes sense. Last thing I was going to mention in regards to observation from last night's game. Lamar Jackson finished with a rating of 141.4, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 290 yards passing, bringing his regular season total to 24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a rating of 123.2. And he's already thrown for about 2,700 yards. I say all that to say, is this another MVP season for Lamar Jackson? Like, is this
because here's what makes it. Every year that he's won the MVP, it's looked different.
Yeah, true.
And that's what's crazy. So if he mess around and throw for 4,500 yards, but only has like 400 or 500 yards rushing,
which he actually already has more than that this season.
How much does he have?
I think going into yesterday's game, he had 500. Let me tell you his rushing right now. Yesterday he had 7 attempts for 33 yards, which is more attempts than he's usually been getting, especially since having Derrick Henry. I can't find his rushing yards. So, damn you, ESPN. Okay, as of right now, he has 538 yards. There you go. 538 yards.
So think about this. We're about halfway through the season.
Yeah.
What if he throws for 4,500 yards and has 1,000 yards rushing?
That's crazy. You think he actually still has enough time to? Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Then then that's undeniable. That's another MVP right there.
Another MVP. And
that'd be better than the numbers that he had last year.
That'd be better than any numbers that he had when he won the MVP.
The most yards he's ever thrown for is 3,600.
Right.
And essentially he's already 1,000 away from that.
Right. Right.
And now he has a solid running game.
Here's why he might not win it. Because if he doesn't win, right?
Yeah.
People are going to downgrade it. But here's what I would also say.
Primetime victory last night and a couple crazy plays.
Here's what I would also say.
Yeah.
Who else is in the hunt?
Jaden Daniels, I'd say, is in the hunt. I know he's a rookie, but he's still...
Barkley.
I like Saquon's story, but I don't think, like, if you take Saquon out, they probably win 3 less games. You take Jaden Daniels out, I don't know
Oh
if
yeah,
they
they're the Commanders.
exactly. You take Lamar Jackson out. I mean, they don't even have Tyler Huntley. I don't even know who their backup is. I hope their backup situation is good because
Yeah,
been there.
but here's the deal. You can only spend so much money. So when everybody says, "Oh, we gon' get a solid backup," costs money. If you need other things on your team, then you might go cheapo on a position that you hope never plays.
Yeah. With that being said, they have a suspect secondary. So that is where they win. That's where they win cheap. Is Joe Burrow had 400 yards yesterday
without trying.
Yeah, that was and one of his main receivers was out. Jamar Chase had damn near 300 of those yards, but
well, at what point do you say, "Hey, let me holler at you for a minute"? Jamar Chase has 200.
Yeah.
Y'all want to do something about that, or y'all just want to let him just keep running free?
That's even I heard it on the play-by-play. They're like, is this guy? Are they gonna double? Double teams exist, right? You understand?
But here's what I would tell you, and I mean this: the dumbest thing to do is double team one player. You know why?
Why?
Here's what I was taught: when you run a route, if you're getting doubled, run the route off of one guy. Because what, are they gonna stack on top of each other? So it's a wasted player.
Yeah, no, it totally is. But
you ever notice when there's a double team, it's 2 guys chasing?
Yeah,
it's not like you covering. So I get it. It sounds great, but in actuality, the receiver is just running the route off one guy. He ain't even worried about the because what y'all gonna do? Stack on top of each other?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. But I got to make a statement or something. Like, please. I was like, literally, like, are they doing nothing? They just decided. I mean, it worked. They won.
Hey,
but jeez.
Sometimes the guy you playing against is just really good.
Just really good,
right?
Just
And
really good.
like when LT first started in the league, right?
Yeah.
He was considered a linebacker. So he got 2 or 3 years where he was getting blocked by a back. That's free money. So then they started blocking him with tackles, but then he was faster than them. Then the thing that was invented that slow all that quick pass rush down is the old chip. Getting that little rib cage, right? With a little flipper. But it still didn't stop him. He Hall of Famer. So I remember we played Reggie White one time. I was in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Here was my rule.
He was strong.
Yes. Here's what my rule was for the whole game.
Yeah.
The whole game, here's what I did. I lined up behind the quarterback, looked to see which side Reggie White was on, went in motion, and chipped before I did any pass throw, before I did any route. That's it. For a whole game, that was my responsibility. The entire game, no matter what.
Was he like, damn it, Leroy, leave me alone kind of thing? Or was it like, it was part of his job?
Damn it, he ain't cuss.
Yeah, that's right. He was very holy.
He was very holy man.
Man.
But that's some, and then you have some guys that now, if you get them right the first time,
yeah.
If you get them like just an elbow to the little ribs or whatever, and it's hurting, then guess what?
Yeah.
Then he gonna look at you, and so when you go out there, he kind of steps at you to hit you. Now you've given your tackle more room, so you only got to get him once. It's human nature.
For sure. You're going to want to protect those ribs after a good hit.
Exactly. So but yeah, that was the deal. So you everybody has a game plan, and the game plan sounds great, except if you have that dude on the other side. They used to double team Randy all the time. But here's the problem. How you going to double him on a go route and he faster than both of y'all? Y'all can't combine speed.
He's faster, he's taller, and he jumps higher.
Right.
What are you going to do?
Well, now you wasted a defender.
Yeah. Well, we got more coverage when we come back. Football Friday here on the Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin is out. We will be back in action on Monday for Veterans Day, but we got a full weekend of football, basketball, and I believe some Inter-Miami soccer as well. Probably some Panthers hockey. We put in a parlay yesterday that didn't go well. Don't know what I was thinking. Why did I think we would have a shutout? But 6-2, still solid win for the Panthers. We got more of that as well. Stay tuned right here to 560. You can catch us on YouTube and Twitch. This is Tobin and Leroy.
Coming you
Ta-da!
I know what you're thinking.
What's up?
Did I just come back with Hakuna Matata? Yeah. Yeah, I did. Totally did. That's the type of vibes we're bringing in on a Friday. Well, last time you seen Lion King?
Never.
Never?
No.
Leroy. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, you were a full-grown ass adult by the time Lion King came out. Why would you? That's the same thing.
Now, keep in mind,
Frozen.
with Frozen. Yeah, I've seen all those because I got a daughter.
Frozen or like Moana. I haven't seen any of them.
No.
Haven't seen any of them. Not on my list of things to do. You know what is on my list of things to do?
What's that?
Football this weekend, dude.
What
this weekend, indeed.
Are we going to talk through some chili peppers?
So, on today's show, we're going to put together a Miami Dolphins parlay.
I'm not, and I'm gonna listen. Let me get mine ready.
Yeah. Okay.
We got two different things.
You have Prize Picks.
I have Prize Picks.
I'm putting it together on the Hard Rock app. Last time I attempted to do this, I did it with Spirit Leroy, J Fig, and it was great. It really was great. Really, the person that sold us out was Bam Adebayo.
I told you. Wait.
Correct. You did.
I said he's messing with that beast.
Yeah. What? I'm sorry. What are we talking about here?
Big boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, leave him alone. Sure. Leave him alone because he's gonna be asked to do a whole lot on the defensive end.
Yeah, exactly. And you were 100% correct on that one. And I wish that I had taken your advice. So now I have an opportunity to talk through this with actual Leroy and get a good because yesterday your boy came up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Your boy came up. Let's see.
Of course you send us your play-by-play.
I gotta let you know yesterday this one was an 8-leg parlay. You see all the green. And then another one was a 7-leg parlay. I'm at this point going to change my name to the Parlay Poppy because 4 in the last week, I kind of feel like I can become a sports gambler on the side and potentially make a living. But I say all that, and by next week, I'll probably be down another $100. But we'll put that together today for sure. I also have to find out what games this weekend tickle your fancy, Leroy.
Yeah, I got a lot of action this week. I got action I don't want.
Oh, what do you mean?
So I have a friend of mine. I golf with him.
Yeah.
Known him for a few years now.
All right.
He went to Indiana.
Gross.
Finally, they're good.
Okay.
So I got to deal with that. But I will say this. To be fair to him.
Yeah.
I called to give him an opportunity to talk some trash. He wasn't having it.
Why? Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe he just don't,
Okay, so he just didn't want to talk trash.
I don't know if he's gonna talk trash. I think he's just gonna keep it status quo and not, know what I mean? He don't want to jinx.
Respectable. That's respectable. Right. I appreciate that. I thought he was potentially actually waiting for the game before he said anything.
No, well, see, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I know he talks trash when we golf. He
Okay.
thinks he's a funny guy.
Okay. Yeah.
But and he's a competitor, right? So when you compete and you get a little irritated when things ain't going your way, not because of what the other person did, but because of what you do. Especially in golf, because you can't hit the other guy's ball. So I know he has it in him. But here's the conclusion I've come to.
Yeah.
It's Indiana. You can't be standing on your high horse at no point in time because you're Indiana.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like FIU was so impressed with beat Miami, they ain't win another damn game all year. Right? So I think he's a little nervous, but I will say this. They got a good team. This is not like the Indiana teams of old. They do have a really good team. And I have 7 quarterbacks and can't nobody throw a damn pass.
Nope. Which is crazy. Like,
the more or less for the Michigan quarterback 2 weeks ago was 102 yards. Say that out loud. And the Army quarterback had a more or less higher than the Michigan quarterback.
Huh. Well,
that don't even sound right.
No, not at all. Although, isn't Army like undefeated still, or?
Yeah. Is it Navy lost to Notre Dame? But here's how Notre Dame gets ranked. They play all the armed forces.
Yeah. I mean, everyone hates Notre Dame for real. So.
Right. Join the conference.
Get out of here. When we come back, we're gonna find out what tickles Leroy's.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
So last night for the game.
Yep.
I may or may not have gotten some wings from my favorite place.
Oh, okay.
And I got them and I sat down for the game and I only had a couple. What time of day can I get at them things?
What? Oh, before? No, this is totally acceptable. Double digits? Once you're double digits, they stopped serving breakfast at McDonald's right now. It's done. You can't get breakfast.
Oh, was it? Okay. So that's how it works.
That's
When breakfast ends at the restaurant, then you can get your leftover chicken wings.
Yeah, absolutely. But there is certain rules. Like you can't have fettuccine Alfredo right now. You can't do that.
Hey, only Crowder eats that as a snack.
Exactly. You can't have something.
But I don't even eat that anyway.
Missing out.
I don't eat fettuccine Alfredo. I don't really like spaghetti.
Another horrible food take from you, Leroy.
I just
a barbarian. I don't think about it.
I don't like spaghetti and pasta and all that because how it sits on your stomach. Fettuccine sits on your stomach like, wow.
You're an intelligent man, Leroy. I mean, no disrespect when I say this. You're a meathead. Like you want a chicken on the bone, you want meat all the time, steak, ribs, but you're like, I don't like rice.
Nothing says I'm 12. Nothing says I'm 12 like chicken tenders and tots.
Okay. You went to a place. Herbs and Rye had tots. Didn't they have like sweet potato tots or something?
I don't eat sweet potato fries or tots. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Intangibles have ruined the sweet potato. Okay? It's supposed to be in pie or yams. That's it. Save your sweet potatoes for the holidays so you can make them sweet potato pies and them candied yams and all that stuff, right? Yeah. Now they using them during the regular season. That's postseason. That's a postseason food right there.
That's November plus food right there.
Yeah, sweet potatoes. Like, come on. Sweet potato fries. Because here, if you have fries, you put a little salt on them, ketchup, delicious, right? You can dip them whatever you want to. Sometimes I dip my waffle fries, which are delicious. I dip my waffle fries in the Chick-fil-A sauce. Delicious, right? Sure. But when people get sweet potato fries, you got to put cinnamon and this on it to like they basically made it a dessert.
The marshmallow fluff. Yeah, I've seen that.
Marshmallow. Come on.
Wow. Well, okay. You're 100% right. I would never order sweet potato fries for myself, but it is how I am tricking my child into eating vegetables. I am giving him sweet potato fries, but I give him. He likes it with like mustard. I think you're supposed to have it with mustard. Maybe that's it. Normal fries get ketchup. Sweet potato fries get mustard. Better than the marshmallow fluff.
He won't eat it without mustard.
He's a saucy boy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'll give him normal stuff, and he'll be like, "Nah, I don't want that." And then I put ketchup on it. He's like, "I'll give it a shot." It's honestly been a revelation. We were giving him just like normal like pancake bites because my wife was like, "No, we don't want to give him sugar. It's too much sugar." When she's not looking, I sneak him like I'll put a little bit of syrup on that thing. devours it. Like, come on now. He needs a little bit of flavor, girl. You know. But anyway, I know what tickles his fancy. We'll find out what tickles Leroy's fancy when we come back.
Hey guys, it's Tobin. We've all
huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh?
I'm so fancy. You were ready.
Time to tickle Leroy's fancy.
One of those wings got a little heat to it.
Oh, what flavor did you get?
Well, one's barbecue
Yeah.
and one's they have this flavor called Key West.
Oh yeah. Okay, so what's the name? Okay, I'm not sure if you're keeping your chicken wing place a secret, but
Wings Plus.
Wings Plus.
There's not one by you. There's one on Atlantic.
Yeah.
In Coral Springs, and there's one by me.
All right. Well,
I did get into it though with the guy.
Why?
Because I called. They told me to come in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I came in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
He goes, sorry, we had a little problem in the back. I said, that's not my problem. I don't care. I said, I order ahead so I don't have to come and sit in here and wait for my food. And I said, the other thing is, why do y'all collect my number?
Yeah, for sure.
So you don't ditch on the food. I say, well, use that same number to call and say it's going to be a little bit later.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
Is that not good customer service?
That is good customer service,
Right.
but they're probably just like super busy and they can't get.
No, I was the only person in there when I walked in.
So
no, that wasn't the case.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like whatever excuse you come up with,
yeah,
it still doesn't like. I say that's why this place is empty.
Oof.
I mean, it is.
Yeah. Well, I guess it won't be your favorite spot for long.
But no, guess what I told him? I said,
What?
first of all, you got the most expensive wings in the area.
Oh.
So if you're gonna sell the most expensive wings in the area, you better make damn sure that your customer service makes up for the fact that you do have good wings, but you charge more. I said, if I got to deal with these headaches, I'll get cheaper wings that may not be as good, but I don't have to deal with the headache. That's life.
Well, Leroy,
what's up?
Let's start with tomorrow. Bright and early, a sleepy nooner.
Yeah.
The Hurricanes play against Georgia Tech tomorrow at noon. Opportunity to right their wrongs. Does that tickle your fancy, Leroy?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, okay. So you're gonna be done with golf by that time, I'm assuming.
I'm done with golf at like 10:30, 11, dude.
Jeez.
I tee off at Crack-a-Lack.
I'm sorry, what time is that?
Crack-a-Lack.
Crack-a-Lack.
Crack of dawn.
Okay.
Crack-a-Lack.
What time is
that? We teed off at Crack-a-Lack.
Crack-a-Lack. So do you guys actually look up what time the sun rises and like that?
No, we know from playing. Like we know.
Okay.
We know when normally we tee off at 7.
Yeah.
But when the time changes, we got to tee off at like 6:45. Otherwise, you're gonna get stuck behind guys. And the thing is, the reason why we tee off so early, we have guys who go to the games, to the Canes games and the Dolphins games.
Yeah.
So we play in like 3.5 hours, and then they get out.
And then you guys get it crack-a-lacking?
Crack-a-lacking.
Great, love that. A Twitcher D-Sizzle, very mean, says, I forgot Heat and Nuggets tonight. And they are correct.
Tonight. What's the key word?
Tonight.
How late? Because you know when they go
p.m. Not too bad.
Oh no, you know what? I might give you a little. I might give you a half, but I am interested because you know what?
Yes.
I want to see. Here's another one.
Yes.
You can leave Bam alone with this one too. This is
I
why.
This is why.
He gonna be on Joker.
Dominated.
No, he's gonna be on Joker.
Same thing. We're saying the same thing.
Yeah. No, we're not. He does pretty well against Joker. But Here's
No one does well against Joe.
I mean, yeah, but he's still like,
So he only averages a double this time, not a triple-double. That's what happens.
And I want to see if Khalil gets some more playing time.
That would be nice.
Because now you got two levels.
Yeah.
You know, you not only have Bam in his face, but then when you get to the rim, you got a rim protector.
Fair. Also tomorrow, you get done with the Canes game, have some time to watch Michigan at whatever time that is.
3.
All right.
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I love Michigan and I'm a fan.
Yep.
I don't recognize that team.
Fair.
It's so like hard to watch because all the things that I thought were going to happen. So, for example, I thought Edwards was going to be a baller, right? Because he was there with the guy last year.
Yeah.
And
a lot of people did. He was damn near on the cover of the college football game by himself.
Right. And he has been doo-doo. I don't know why. Corum. Yeah, there it is, Corum. So he was like, I thought that 1-2 punch, then you get the one punch and you become the guy. That's usually how it works in college, right?
Yeah.
Then you become the guy. I've never seen this.
Yeah. I mean, it is unexpected. Definitely not the best season for Michigan. So don't even bother watching that. What you can do is tune in to pretty big game tomorrow.
It's a big SEC game. Big SEC games tomorrow.
We don't need an SEC game. We need a playoff Inter-Miami game.
Oh, this winner take all.
Atlanta United.
Winner take all.
Winner take all. Inter-Miami versus Atlanta United tomorrow at 8 p.m. Does that tickle your fancy?
It does. It does. I have to. I don't think. Here's what sucks.
Yeah.
I use the Winky link.
Okay.
And I don't need it. I got Apple TV.
Well, there you go. Perfect. So we'll watch it at your house then. Moving on. You mentioned there's a lot of college football matchups, but for the sake of time, let's get into NFL Sunday slate. Very quickly, I'll tell you the best games. You tell me if any one of them does anything for you this week. Ready for that?
Yep. Run through.
The 1:00 schedule for week 10. Let's start off with an actual decent. The 9:30 schedule on Sunday. Morning. That's going to be Giants versus Panthers. You don't want to watch that, Leroy? This is the return of Bryce Young to prominence.
There ain't enough chili peppers in the world.
All right, an actual decent game. Broncos versus Chiefs at the 1 p.m. slot. Tickle your fancy?
No,
it
doesn't.
You think they got that one locked up in Kansas City?
I don't know. This seems like a game that the Broncos have a chance of winning.
Yeah.
But I'm just not interested in the Broncos.
All right.
And it's not like Kansas City has had a whole bunch of barn burners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've won some tickle fights. So they keep winning.
Yep.
It could be an ugly game, right? But no, I'm not interested. There's more. There's a lot more games.
Best game of the 1 p.m. slot: Steelers at 6-2 versus Commanders at 7-2. Does that do anything for you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to see how they try to contain McDaniels or Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. No other good games really in the 4:00 slot other than if you care for an NFC East matchup between the Cowboys and Eagles. But at 8:20,
I want to see the Cowboys get bludgeoned.
I think that's an every week occurrence for us, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Sunday night, you got the Lions at 7-1 versus the Texans at 6-3. Does that tickle your fancy?
The who now? The Texans?
Texans versus the Lions.
Yeah, I like watching the Lions. They're fun.
Yeah, they are a fun team.
They're fun.
And of course, finally, Monday night,
Yep.
Dolphins, Rams. Of
Dolphin
course,
Rams.
we're going to get into our Tua and talk more about that. We're going to hear from Mike McDaniel. So make sure your schedules are clear. We're going to hear from Tua and discuss all the ways the Miami Dolphins can get it done this weekend. Stay tuned to the Tobin and Leroy Show.
I'm Josh Richardson from the Miami Heat. Listen to our games here.
A visit to the Rocky Mountain
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tagovailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 on the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy. Tobin out. Frog Boy in. Leroy here. Say hi, Leroy. Oh, he's drinking Poppy.
What's up?
I just gotta say one thing before I dive into these headlines really quickly. Cam Newton needs to take that damn hat off. What are we doing right now? I've never seen a man so obsessed with wearing a hat and have a full head of hair the way Cam Newton has 12-inch long dreadlocks, but must always wear a hat.
Think he's bald up top?
There's something going on. You know Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey had the cleanest tape of all time, undefeated tape of all time. Hair didn't move. And now we know why. So I'm wondering if you is the dreads attached to the hat. Right now he is wearing a hat that looks like, you know, that goofy hat where the mouth and then the teeth come down and then it's like long in the front.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It looks like a mixture of that or between a guy who prevents forest fires from happening.
I have a picture of it on my ass.
Yeah, not too often though do you get to look back there. I'm not sure how many times you get a chance, but I'm sorry, it just completely blindsided me. And
But that's his thing, no.
Yeah, he's Cam Newton. He doesn't need a thing. That's the thing. You need a thing when you don't have.
But he did it when he played, so.
But he always does these things. Like you see the way that he writes on the internet. Like he'll put various symbols or capitalize certain things that are like I do weird things when I write as well. But his is just like I'm reading like a 13-year-old girl on MySpace. Like he has his own font, and it's like Cam Newton. Just I get it. You want to be unique. It's cool. It's fine.
Is it? You have a problem with Cam Newton?
No,
and does all of his stuff he does, but it doesn't sound like it.
No, I think Cam Newton's a great football player. I thought he was very dope. Like I like so many things about his professional career because I didn't really follow him too much at Auburn. No, he won the Heisman. Great. Cam Newton's great.
He only went to Auburn, I think, 1 year. I mean, he started. You know, he started right.
Florida, right?
Florida. Then he went to a small D2 school. Then he went to Auburn.
For sure, I like Cam Newton. I really do. But
he was part of the evolution of the athletic quarterback.
Yeah, he totally was. He totally was. MVP season led him to a Super Bowl. There's so many great things to like about Cam Newton, which is why I'm like, why the hell do you need to do these stupid gimmicks? Like this is
he's always done it though. It ain't like
it's for sure. It's completely unique to him, which means I know that is him for sure. Like Lil Wayne with the skateboarding thing. It's not him just being like he wants to be.
He's always been into that.
He loves skating. It really is what he likes. But I still look at it like, get off that damn skateboard, you're 40. And I look at him like, take off that damn hat, please. Like, if you want to have dreads, have dreads. If you want to wear it, it's not. I don't understand. It's his thing. It's completely irrelevant to what we need to be talking about on a football Friday. But I just wanted to bring it up because it just bothered me. His hat today looks so damn ridiculous if you have the opportunity to see it. They're doing First Take Live from Atlanta. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into some headlines. It is, like I said, an action-packed Football Friday, and these headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. At Doral Hyundai, choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory like Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, It's great deals over at Doral Hyundai. Leroy, we haven't had a weather report. Would you mind giving us a weather report?
Oh,
Brought
yeah.
to you by
Let me see.
Silver Law
What's
Firm.
up.
YourAccidentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7 at 866-954-MORE.
It's partly sunny. Or if you're negative Nancy, it's partly cloudy.
Okay.
However you want to do it. It's partly either way. Right?
Yeah.
Winds are coming out of the east. Still humming at about 15 to 20.
Right.
And it doesn't look like there's a chance of showers because the clouds are pretty white, but it's Florida. Always expect a passing shower when it's cloudy. And I would say it's about right around 80, 83 degrees.
When I drove in today, it was great weather. It was very cloudy for sure, but it was sunny and it was nice. It's a little bit grayer now, but yeah, it is winds listed right now at 14 miles per hour out of the east. It's about 86 degrees. They got a 13%
86
chance
degrees at 11:14. Yikes.
Yeah, but they always lie though. I don't know. I don't trust them because they always say like hotter than what it really is. What do they
And
know?
that's national. That's national weather.
Yeah, like you're literally there. Sometimes I'm out there and it's like it says it's 92, and I'm like it's like 11 o'clock.
Can I tell you what's always wrong?
What?
Your car.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh
for sure.
my goodness! It's
My
like
car's like 109.
yeah,
Like, dude,
I should be sizzling right now.
right now, you've just been under the sun while I was inside Publix, so you think it's 109, but it's totally not.
You talking to your car?
Yeah, I have to let them
But
know.
that's I think my dogs talked to me. I was outside playing catch with Zeus, and I threw him one, and I said, "Zeus, you got to catch that." He did this, like, "Hey, I don't have no hands."
What do you want me to do? Yeah, no, I'm sure they do communicate in one way or another. Leroy, we have a Monday night matchup ahead of us. An opportunity to just get in the win column. Let's not focus on anything more than this week and this week alone.
Here's what I'm worried about this week. They got two receivers who are really good. Really good. You've been getting picked apart. Matthew Stafford is an excellent quarterback.
For sure.
So the defense has to do a good job of getting pressure on Matthew Stafford. He's not moving. He's a statue.
Yeah.
You got to find ways to get pressure, get the ball out of his hands. And if he does have time, you better make damn sure you're covering down the field. Otherwise, it's going to be a long day. A really long day.
Absolutely.
So that's the thing that terrifies me. Could we be in a situation where now what has been hurting this team the last couple of weeks is the mobile quarterback. Like you get free, but then they break contain and then throw the ball down the field. Matthew Stafford's not going to do that as much. So maybe the pass rush can get there. So that's all I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to say, where's that pass rush in relation to the quarterback? Are you speeding him up? Are you changing his clock to put him on your schedule? And is the secondary going to be able to cover those two excellent receivers?
Well, we got some injury updates. We're going to hear from Mike McDaniel to talk more Dolphins when we come back. We'll end things off with a solid parlay before we get out of here in hour two. Because we got it. We got to give the fans what they want, and that is money in their pockets. So make sure you stick around. Catch us on YouTube and Twitch. We got more when we come back. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Live here on a football Friday. Tobin out. Your boy Leroy here with us, although returning from some sort of escapade during the break. In the meantime, want to let you know something very important. J Fig is dipping into her secret stash and giving away 2-day general admission passes to the Country Bay Music Festival at Miami Marine Stadium this weekend. You might win and see the Zach Brown Band, Carrie Underwood, Dustin Lynch, and more. Later on, we'll be selecting a caller, and you know what? I'm feeling nice today, so I'm going to give away 2 opportunities to win 2-day general admission passes to Country Bay.
I was reading the chat, right?
Yeah.
And J Fig says that's his signature look. You know what my signature look is?
What's that?
Wing sauce on my shirt.
That is indeed. You know what? I think that's like a solid a dad's look though. Just some sort of sauce stain on a t-shirt.
I tell you what. On Sunday, I get me some food and I'll be watching football, and I can doze off the football because I can tell you what's going on in every game just by looking at the ticker at the bottom. So if I miss something, it don't matter. And what I normally do is I watch the Dolphins, and then I have the Browns in my ear. And if you've ever watched the Browns, that'll put you right to sleep.
I have not been subject to any Browns games, luckily. Although during the Josh Cribbs era, kind of fun to check him out every now and then.
Yeah. It's funny because everybody talks about Josh Cribbs as being, this dude. Metcalf was like, holy smokes. You know the guy's not in the NFL. He got 20,000 total yards. Think about that. 20,000.
Pretty good. Dolphins defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver is addressing the media, has been for the last.
Oh, because we one day later.
Yeah.
Normally they do it on Thursday, but today in the football week is technically Thursday.
Yeah, I think right now, or at least about 15 minutes ago, offensive coordinator Frank Smith is addressing the media.
Yeah, normally they do everything on Thursday. So when you play on Monday night, you just move everything one day later. So, question: Are they going out early?
Are they heading out? I mean,
on Saturday.
Seems like that. Well, I'm gonna ask Joe. Joe would know.
Well, good luck catching up to him because you ain't gonna never be there when he leaves.
No. Well, I mean, he likes to hobnob for a few minutes, so he won't be here. He'll be by the light studio.
Mm-hmm.
A couple other things to discuss. Zach Sealer mentioned that he'll be wearing a visor for the rest of his career, and he says
that's what he said.
He will wear a visor for his wife for the rest of his career, and she's right. Said happy he didn't lose sight. Swelling was his biggest hurdle. Luckily, no retinal cornea damage.
Y'all don't remember Orlando Brown?
Oh yeah,
who got his eye put out by a flag, and he got suspended because when the official threw the flag and hit his eye, he went after the official.
Yeah,
and he ended up getting suspended.
Visor though, tell you what.
Yep, I wore a visor.
Visors are cool. My one of my favorite.
The problem they fog up.
Yeah, for sure. But
even they tell you that the glass is not supposed to fog up. That's a lie.
It fogs up. No, it totally fogs up. I growing up, 2 favorite visor looks. Number 1, Brian Dawkins from the Eagles with that dark visor.
Mm-hmm.
That was scary. Probably number 2, Sean Taylor with that orange visor that he had when he played with the Canes. Man,
they outlawed. I don't think you can wear the dark visor anymore.
No dark visors.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I had a hockey a hockey contraption under my because I broke my jaw. So they
Oh.
built me something where I had this thing underneath my helmet.
That's rough.
Yeah, couldn't breathe because I had a visor and then that. So basically, my face was enclosed.
Man, that Sean Taylor orange visor though. Come on.
I love the way kids they see
Yeah.
the visor and they want a visor.
Oh
You know?
yeah.
Yeah. So all the kids are wearing visors and stuff like that. So they got mom and dad go spend that $100 for that visor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I played Pee Wee football at around that time. So you have all these kids that will never play.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, this is irrelevant. No, this is relevant.
Hey,
this is
first
relevant.
Of all, no.
This is relevant. I'm telling you.
When you tell football stories,
Yeah.
you say youth.
Why?
You was never Pee Wee.
No, I was. I promise. I was the shortest one. I hit a growth spurt late, Leroy. Luckily for my wife.
I was 5'10".
Yeah.
In the 10th grade.
No,
and I grew 2 inches the rest of my life.
I was 5'7", 5'8" in 10th grade.
When you were 5?
No, I promise I wasn't tall. I really wasn't tall. It just kind of came out of nowhere. So youth football then, filled with a bunch of kids who will never ever sniff, the league. But every one of them had their mom buy them the visor as if they were.
You wasn't one of the cool kids if you didn't have a visor.
Exactly. No, not me. Unfortunately, I had pads. Those bruises on my arms. It would hurt. I was not about that.
I tell you what, that contraption I had, I'm gonna send you a picture.
Yeah, I can't even imagine having to play like.
It was brutal.
You said you played it. I mean, you showed us a torn bicep and the injuries that NFL players have to play with, and to still go out there and say, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot, and your whole hand is completely a club is come on now, it's crazy. It really is.
But the thing that I hate more than anything is that some of these guys, and I have tried to give the team whatever I have. I played a whole year limping because I had a partial tear in one of my ligaments in my knee. But I played the whole year, right? And the way I was rewarded was after the season was over, they asked me to restructure my contract. And so I swore that I would never do it again. And I'm like, this is not me wanting to give everything I can to the team, but this is the team holding it against me while asking me, hey, what can you give us this week? And so I don't get mad at players that say I'm banged up and I'm not playing. Now, it's different in different sports. Once you get the guaranteed money, that's a whole different animal. But football, what people don't realize is you suck it up and you try to play 3 or 4 games. At the end of that year, fans, team, organization gonna say, oh, he lost a step. We got to go get some of that money back. And that's not the case at all. So I commend players for doing it. You have to be in a different financial space to be able to do it. But if I'm like a guy trying to get mine and I'm on the come up, I'm not doing it. I'm not playing hurt. And the fans and the organizations, this is what you want. Nobody ever says he's playing hurt. Let's just, give us what you can. Nobody says that. As soon as he go on that field, oh, he sucks. He's a bum. Right. So.
No, it's true. I mean, no one usually attempts to figure out what's going on. And then you find out afterwards, once the person goes on IR, it makes sense. He was playing with a torn this or a torn that. But,
right. Exactly.
Leroy, how much of your schedule do you have booked out right now? Because we got some Mike McDaniel sound we got to get to.
I'm good, though.
You have at least the next 4 to 5 hours. There was an answer so long that I saw Tobin sent over the audio. There was literally an answer so long, and they usually are long, but he had to label it part 1 and part 2, which means that if you thought any other piece of audio that we usually hear was long-winded, I'm interested to hear that one. And it is why the Miami Dolphins should believe that the team is improving. But the trade deadline has come and gone. Nothing is done by the Dolphins. And essentially, Mike McDaniel here explains what were the trade deadline talks amongst the front office.
There's a couple conversations we had, both about people reaching out to us and different possibilities, inward and outward. And I think the action was that there was no action. That in itself, I think I think we believe in the roster and want to see guys come through a tough time, and I think that's really what that was executed, and nothing more than that.
For nothing more than that comment, so like it was a whole bunch of something.
What's crazy is like literally the answer is nothing. Not like, like silence. I mean, the answer is nothing. And it took him 45 words to say that.
I sent you the picture.
Let me check it out.
Look at that contraption I had underneath my face mask.
You found this on Google?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's like it's the bottom of a hockey mask that they put on my helmet to protect my jaw. And I play with that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's the only one ever made.
Leroy, this looks like a
yes. It was hard to breathe. No air was getting through.
This looks like braces in 1910. I can imagine.
Yeah. Hey, it was a contraption.
Yeah.
I could barely move my head because it was leaning up against my shoulder pads.
Yeah.
But that's when I broke my jaw. They put that on me.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now on the computer. It's a little bit closer here. And damn.
Yeah. That's what I played with my last year in Michigan.
The whole year?
The whole year.
You never got used to it, I'm assuming.
No, you couldn't breathe. Dude, in between plays, I'd take my helmet off so I could breathe air.
Oof.
And then right before we broke the huddle, I put it back on.
Rough.
Yeah.
Leroy Horde, tough.
Like, you know what's funny though?
What?
I never thought about it being tough. Here's what I thought. The University of Michigan ain't gonna stop moving the ball down the field whether I'm in there or not.
And
I don't want to give somebody else a chance.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
So I put my helmet back on and went back in there because I didn't want somebody else to get some shine, because that's kind of what happened how I got playing time. One of the guys got hurt. I had 7 carries for 100 and something yards.
Yep.
And that's how I started. And I'm like, I see these guys coming up. Put that thing on my put that thing on.
Put that hockey thing on.
Hey, it was, dude, I'm telling you, it was so hot. I could not wait until it got cold.
Well, obviously that was one thing that was important, making sure that you were available. But once you were available, you had to make sure you didn't fumble the ball like Raheem Mostert.
Hey,
Mike McDaniel.
Listen, I am not going to be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I fumbled the ball a little too much for a lot of coaches' liking. And so I'm not going to sit here, and if you never heard me yell one word to Raheem Mostert, because that would be hypocritical. I'm not going to do that. I would just say, hey, it's very important that you protect the ball because this team hasn't gotten that many opportunities, and you can't lose them.
Mike McDaniel assures us that Raheem is going to make sure he has better ball control. This is what the head coach had.
It's the nature of football, and when you have a group that is talented like they are and competitive, you have to give reason and keep that for for all your touches, and he's earned. There's been about 400 touches that he hasn't fumbled on, and But that being said, what only matters is this next game, and he is putting full focus on making sure that ball stays with him.
I'll take this one.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
That's all I know. That's all I know how to say with that. Like, and here's how I look at it. Nobody wants to screw up. Right? And every time I fumbled, very rarely did they say to me, "You're carrying it carelessly." It's always one of those situations, helmet to ball, guy gets his hand in there and does the old rip thing, punched out, some craziness. And when it hurts our team and the team we're rooting for, we always say our guy screwed up. Is it possible? Just throw this out there. That the other team made a great play? Because imagine what Jacksonville was saying
When
when
Javon
Javon Holland punched that ball, because he could have punched his leg, his arm. He hit the ball perfectly.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that was just a good play by Javon Holland?
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
We saw.
And they're saying their running back carrying the ball crazy. No.
I mean, in
Sometimes you make a good
their
play on the
defense,
football.
Travis Etienne has had a very horrible season, if I'm being honest. As a guy
So
who
is everybody else.
not Derrick Henry.
Oh, he struggled last night. Listen, guess what?
Yeah.
And you know what? I was on to it.
What you mean?
I didn't do no Derrick Henry.
Oh, you know what I did as a part of my parlay? Yeah, because
score a touchdown.
Well, yeah, definitely. Anytime touchdown, Derrick Henry's always going to hit. But as opposed to taking what they had given at 90, they had him listed at 91 yards. I took the alternative line at 65 yards, and he didn't hit that until about.
You don't get a good return,
which is why I had to do an 8-leg parlay.
but so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how this works.
All right.
They want you to do 8 and 9 leg parlays because they're damn near impossible.
Correct.
That being said, even if they lower the number,
yep,
they don't give you the odds. So you are risking one more, line to lose. And that's what they're banking on.
Well, I'm taking them to the bank, baby, because 2 parlays back to back last night.
So you've won 3 parlays this week?
4.
All
Yeah.
right.
We're going to put in some more tonight. When we come back, we will look at the lines for Monday night's game, see if we can sprinkle a little something on it. And we got that and much more.
Chili pepper.
A little chili pepper when we come back on the Tobin and Leroy.
careful though.
Spicy.
Why is it spicy?
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. You hear that song? You know what time it is. Leroy,
Chili pepper.
time to put in some chili peppers, shall
Do we
we?
want to do basketball?
Yeah, look, we have some Miami Heat action tonight against the Nuggets. So we can start there.
I don't like doing my team.
Okay, so you want to put together one from around the NBA.
We can go around the NBA
Yeah.
or I got some here, man. These point totals are so high that I just
What are they giving you?
So here. Oh no, I'm not even doing that. Kevin Durant, more or less 26 points.
Going against Dallas, so he's gonna want to definitely score.
Steph Curry, more or less 25 and a half.
Going against Cleveland, I think they're still undefeated, so they're gonna need him.
Shea Gilchrist.
What are they giving you? Like the all-stars of the league? Like what?
Well, no, they're just. Oh no, this is the popular. This is what everybody's going with. But if I just do points, then they put everybody. So pick a guy. But like they're all ridiculous. Just pick a random guy. Like who is Benedict Mathurin?
Oh, you don't know him?
He plays for Indiana.
Oh yeah, everyone knows Benedict. What's his last
18
name?
points.
How do you spell his last name?
Mathurin.
Oh yeah, Mathurin. Everyone knows who Benedict Mathurin is. Definitely one of the guys. When I think of basketball, everyone's like, "Oh, there goes old Benedict Mathurin."
You're thinking Benedict Arnold.
Yeah, because I've actually never heard of this guy in my life.
Right, that's what I'm saying. 18 points.
Is he a rookie? I don't even know what the hell's going on here.
I don't know.
All right, Leroy, you're derailing.
So you want to go to football? Let's do a football one.
Let's
Okay,
do.
Do we want to do college?
No, because you can't bet player props in college.
I can.
On Prize Picks, you can.
On Prize Picks, they got everything, baby. All right. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right. Let me see what they got for the Miami people. Okay.
Talk about the Hurricanes?
Yes.
All right.
Cam Ward, more or less 319 and a half yards. You see how big those numbers are, dude?
I mean, but it's Cam Ward.
I wrote him every game, every weekend.
Yeah.
And then 2 weekends ago, doo-doo.
Oh,
right?
So that was the FSU game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they decided to run the ball.
Yep.
Now, what I did do, though, and here's the problem in college. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
Okay? Everybody has 2 or 3 running backs. So when you look at the projections, it lists 3 guys playing the same position. That makes it hard because if one of them get hot, and
They
you
just
don't,
keep giving them
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So
no, it's
that's
tough. Really
so
tough.
so. But here's what I'm making a killing on.
All right.
Restrepo.
Oof.
And number of receptions.
I mean,
not even yards.
He's going to be the main target for sure. So.
Right. So let me see. I'll tell you right now. Receptions.
They got to have him at like 6.5 or something.
6.
Look at that.
6. And he's been killing it.
Yeah.
So I do like, and I mostly in college, I do passing because I know it's going to be one guy. But I'm going to tell you who to stay away from.
Oh, look at this. Look in the chat here. We got someone to verify. Kenton says Marcos was little person up until our junior/senior year in high school. Told you. Told you.
You ate some swole?
Yeah, that I decided. I guess now's the time, huh?
I'm gonna tell you who you stay away from.
All right.
Because this guy has been nothing but nothing.
I'm sorry.
Now I'm gonna tell you. Here's who I've been riding, but I don't know about this week. Jackson Dart. He throws for 1,000,000 yards. He threw for 500 last week.
Jesus.
Right?
Yeah.
But they play Georgia this week.
That ain't gonna happen this week, man.
I mean, I don't know. I stay away from Quinn Ewers.
Yeah.
Carson Beck, too wishy-washy.
I want you to know, Leroy, we've gone maybe about 5 minutes and put together 0 parlays. I want you to know.
So what do we want to do a basketball one? What do you want to do?
So it's our Tua. We got the Dolphins on Monday.
You want to go Dolphins?
Let's do the Dolphins.
Let's do Dolphins. Hold on, let me get back to the board.
We'll give them the recipe to success for the Dolphins.
Hold on. Okay. Let's go to
First of all, let's start with the obvious.
Pass yards?
Nope. Who's gonna win? If you think the Dolphins are gonna win,
what are they?
Plus, right now it's a 1 point spread. Dolphins are plus.
So that means basically the Dolphins are favored.
Yeah, because essentially the Rams being home, they get 3 every time if you're home.
Right,
so.
right.
With that being said,
you want to know what Tua's number is?
Yeah.
More or less 254.5.
254. That's what you're getting.
Reasonable.
Oh, I'm getting 250.
Ooh, okay.
4 yards of leeway right there. So I got the Dolphins winning. They're plus 100 in that sense. So I'm just going to start that as the first leg of my parlay there.
Right.
Dolphins winning. Do I think Tua is going to have over 250? See, he had over 250 against Buffalo, and then Jalen Waddle wanted to go 20 yards in the opposite direction.
Oh, that counted as minus?
That counted as minus 20 yards, so he finished with the under.
Oh.
Absolutely heartbreaking.
Suck.
Absolutely heartbreaking.
Now,
sure.
How do you feel about this? Matthew Stafford, more or less 260.5. Think it's going to be a shootout? I think if the Dolphins win, it might have to be a shootout.
Okay. So with that being said, then you think that both of these overs can be hit?
Yeah.
So are we picking both overs?
If you think it's going to be a shootout, yeah.
I don't think there's good defense on both sides, so I'm going to pick both overs. I got the Dolphins winning, and I got both overs on passing. We're going to make this a 5-leg parlay, so I just need 2 more legs.
So here's the other thing
that
you can always go with.
All right.
Here's what I'm going to go with. I like this one. This one has been a I usually roll with Kareem Hunt, but he's playing Denver. Denver has a pretty solid offense.
Dade South says, y'all bet before the actives and inactives are released? Yeah, Dade South. We bet on vibes.
How about Alvin Kamara? They play in Atlanta. That's no good. Atlanta's pretty good, but
we're focusing on the Dolphins, Leroy.
Hold on, I'm getting down. Hold on.
I got Devon Achane on 54.5 yards. Over or
I got him at 55.5, and I have Raheem Mostert at
30. I got him at 34.
36.5.
I think Raheem is looking for a bounce back game, so I'm gonna give him the over.
He always gets the yards.
Yeah.
But the problem is Devon Achane get in and he go buck wild.
Yeah.
But I think they both play him. Now here's the kicker. Devon Achane will catch some passes.
All right, so let's go.
So he may get his yards.
Yeah.
But it may be through those little quick passes. They try to get him the ball in space.
So I got a combo option then. This will be the last leg. I'm gonna see if I can combine this guy's
total yards.
Yeah, like rushing and receiving. Is that possible?
Let me see if I can do that.
Going on there.
Yeah, I got rushing plus receiving TDs. Rushing plus. Here we go. Got it.
Boom.
Okay. Ooh, they got him out. More or less 102.
Ooh, That's kind of a lot, isn't it?
I mean, no, that's what I'm saying. But
All
they
right.
have, guess what they have Raheem at?
What? Is
Four-
Tyreek gonna have a good? How about this? Is
Four-
Tyreek? This is gonna be my last leg. Is Tyreek gonna have a good game? You tell me right now.
It's gettable. What's
Totally
his number?
gettable.
What's his
They
number?
got him. My last leg is either gonna be this: Tyreek Hill over 72.5 or Jonnu Smith over 35.5.
Jonnu Smith.
All right. So my final leg is Jonnu Smith. This is now the Dolphins parlay with actual Leroy, not Spirit Leroy. Got Dolphins to win. We got Tua and Matthew Stafford over on passing yards. We got Raheem Mostert over on his rushing yards and Jonnu Smith over on his receiving yards. Those 5 legs, if I put $10 down, would generate me $160.
So you get 16-1 odds.
I like those odds. That is good value. That is 5 picks I feel comfortable with. You feel comfortable with that, Leroy?
I'm good.
I'm good with that.
Go
I
with it.
locked it in right now. Now, when we go to break, I can put in a more ridiculous
Well, yeah, I know you're gonna put a 27.
one.
27
OBJ
page, but-
anytime TD. I'm gonna put that in.
but,
He's scoring.
hey,
Yeah.
let me tell you something about this health thing, though.
Please let us know.
Hey, so you know, guys are crazy. They don't want to go get checked up. They think they tough. They got to be strong.
Tough.
But when it comes to health, Father Time is undefeated. So you need to start being smart, especially if you're over 45. So I want to invite you guys to join Alonzo Mourning and other special guests, including Dan Marino, Ed Jovanowski, at the Miami Heat Men's Health Summit on November 16th, and learn how to take a proactive approach to your health from some of the country's most renowned health experts. Plus, you can enjoy fun activities, giveaways, raffles for autographed prizes, and more. There's no time to waste. Come and get a health screening like Alonzo Mourning did. It saved his life. It can save yours. It's go time. It's Zo time. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/Zotime. That's baptisthealth.net/ZOTIME.
Afternoons in the sports world are made better by Hawk and Crow.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin out, unfortunately. He will be returning Monday. Leroy, are you in Monday?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll have the full gang minus potentially J Fig on a Monday, which, I would normally be off, but your boy may or may not be taking some other days off. So, want to make sure I'm here as much as possible. Got to see Leroy's face as much as possible.
You want to make sure you're here as much as possible.
Uh-huh.
No, that isn't inaccurate.
As much as possible with making sure that, we got a health management, old people management. Got to make sure. Jimmy Butler could do it. I could do it too. It's totally fine. Let's get to some headlines. These headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. At Doral Hyundai, choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory like Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. We talked about it in the first hour of the show, last night's matchup, Thursday Night Football. A pretty good Thursday Night Football game, gotta admit. Bengals versus Ravens came down to a missed 2-point conversion and a controversial no calls at the end of the game. A 14-point comeback by the Ravens, an MVP season thus far for Lamar Jackson. Yesterday had all the makings of a good game and is what you're going to see as the competition begins to ramp up in the AFC. So Dolphins, hopefully you had a pretty good eye on yesterday's game.
Yeah, I like it was a good game.
Yeah.
But I get more caught up in like what's the Bengals record?
They're not great. I believe after yesterday's loss, I think they moved to like 4-6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're 4-6.
Yeah.
So I wonder how you look at that team, even though you have Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I believe Jamar Chase was quoted as saying he never in a million years thought that him and Joe could be playing as well as they are and the team be as bad as they are.
Basically, they had a way to throw your other teammates under the bus, buddy.
Yeah, Jamar Chase wasn't necessarily elegant at the podium last night. He also was quoted as saying, because on that final attempt there, although Jamar Chase had a record-setting game, he also was open on that final play, and Joe didn't even look at him. So he was quoted as saying on the podium afterwards something along the lines of, sometimes I'm open and Joe just doesn't see me. Right. And it kind of gave the impression of like it wasn't my fault kind of vibe. I was open.
Or maybe you should always look for the guy that has 260.
Fair, 100%. But I mean, you know that sometimes it's not as simple as that.
Here's what happens during a play call.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to tell you how these things happen. Okay.
Yeah.
When you go over these plays in a game or in practice, if you get a certain look, you want to look to where you're going to have the advantage.
Yep.
Okay. So say if they put two guys on the left to cover Jamar Chase, that means they have some type of advantage on the right.
Yeah.
So he's looking right. Even if Jamar Chase beats both of those guys, he's looking to where they have predetermined that the advantage is going to be. And this happens with all plays. It's not just this play with this team. So you have looks like, okay, if it's cover 2, right, we're going to look at the tight end. But what if Tyreek is streaking down the middle of the field? Down the left side of the field, Tua's not even looking there.
Yeah.
Right? It's just the way the play is designed. And people get on the quarterback or the receiver gets upset when he knows damn well by just looking at the play or looking at the formation of the defense that Joe's going to be looking the other way. Now, he does make a valid point. And a lot of times on these 2-yard passes, it's quick. So you ain't got time to be scanning the whole field.
Yeah.
But Jamar Chase is saying, I'm me. I don't care what the play is. You need to look at me. He's not wrong.
I was saying,
He's not wrong, but I'm telling you how these plays are designed. You know, you look at different coverages. You look at, say, if you have a single safety, you look the safety over. You go back to the guy running the skinny post over the top of the linebacker before that safety can get over. So when you throw the ball, it could happen that safety turns to run over there, right? And then the guy on the right's running free. But again, he looked them off, went back left. So we're kind of looking at these things after the fact without really knowing the play design or what the quarterback's looking for. Now, what happens in a lot of these situations with Jamar Chase and with Burrow is that he starts scrambling. Then when he starts scrambling, all bets are off. Yeah. So that's why he can end up that open all the time.
Yeah, it's true. And a lot of those were on the run throws.
Right. Where Jamar Chase is really good to find the open area.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah. So now where that is especially prevalent in is the offense you see with the Dolphins because the ball comes out so quick. So you have to have a good read. You got to be able to identify what's going on very quickly and then make a play based on that. So you don't really hear that from this team simply because the ball is coming out so quick. No, you don't have time to develop, right? So, yeah. So it happens. That's offensive football. That's not a quarterback not knowing his job. That's not a receiver not knowing the rule, but the receiver should know that more than anybody, right? That's why you ever notice periodically you'll see a play and the receiver doesn't really run a really good route. He know he double covered. He know the ball going the other way, so he's gonna take a break.
Yeah,
that's
and there. I mean, like you mentioned when we were discussing the double team options earlier. I mean, that's a win. That's a win for the offense there because
right.
They're taking away another defender.
Exactly. So the fact that Jamar Chase beat both of those guys, right? Kudos to him. But he knows that when he have that look, the quarterback's looking the other way. Now, one of the reasons why I would do that is because if you put 3 receivers on one side and put 1 receiver on the left, you're on the 2-yard line. So how many bodies do you need to cover those 3 guys? Because the throw's already tight. You see what I mean? So I would be more inclined to go to the open field in a single receiver simply because even though he's doubled, there's more room to complete the pass.
Now, yesterday, the Ravens were able to pick up the win. While that was going on, Florida Panthers were in action, Leroy. Did you catch any of that?
I did not.
Well, I tell you what, I paid attention because we put together a hockey parlay that got a little bit greedy when we decided to go with the shutout. But after the first period, that shutout was intact. Florida Panthers got out early within the first couple minutes, got out to a 2-0 lead. They ended up winning things 6-2. Very easily against the Nashville Predators. At one point, it was 5-1 before the third period.
Why you go? Because the chili pepper looked good.
Oh, and $10 would have won me $1,900, Leroy. That is a chili pepper I cannot pass up.
But then why didn't you just go with the win?
I also went with the win where I ended up losing because I did 2 parlays. One of them with the shutout that would have netted me $1,900. And then the other one was just a normal, they'd win and all these other people would do whatever they needed to do. And I think I nailed 4 out of those 5 legs. The problem was I had Sam Reinhart at over 1.5 points. He scored a goal, but
no assists.
No assists. So That costed me my parlay there, but it's always one. It's always one leg. Nonetheless, in regards to the Panthers, they can do no wrong in my eyes. Yet again, another stellar season. 10-3 on the season thus far, which, of course, as you can imagine, has them on top of the Atlantic Division.
They just steamrolling. Right now they just like
they've won 6 in a row, and the Maple Leafs are underneath them, the closest team to them, and it's not close. The Maple Leafs have 5 less points and 3 less wins right now than the Panthers. So
how many games in hand do they have?
ooh, yes.
I hate that
You know
saying
what?
so
None.
much.
They've both played 14 games.
I hate that saying so much.
Games in hand.
Yeah, because when you have a game in hand, why are we assuming they're gonna win?
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
Only the Winnipeg Jets have a better record than the Panthers, and in the NHL right now they are 13-1. But the hottest team is the Panthers because they have won. Oh, I'm lying. The hottest team is the Hurricanes, who have won 8 in a row.
Yep.
Nonetheless, we're in the mix there, baby, and we're playing Panthers hockey. All right. I'm not too good at betting on the Panthers, though. I don't really know what to look for ever. So, and then I asked Show Pony over there, and he doesn't know anything.
Oh, don't ask him a hockey question.
Oh, he gets upset if you ask him too specific of a hockey.
Yeah. Like how is someone gonna learn the rules? Like the crazy thing is that you watch sports, and here's what I tell people.
Yeah.
Everybody that watches football can see something different.
Yep.
So my job is not to tell you what you're seeing. My job is to help you understand what you're looking at.
Love
you
that.
see what I'm saying? To explain, well, why did this happen? Or why did that happen? Or whatever. That's my job from being around it and knowing about it, is to kind of let you know, okay, how is that not a penalty? Okay, well, here's why. Why did they do this instead of this? You ask me, hey, why did they go for 2? I give you the standard rule, right? So that's my job.
Yep.
And so from that standpoint, I don't ever tell people that what they see wasn't accurate.
Yeah.
I just try to help them explain what they're seeing.
Yeah, that makes sense. When we come back, we're gonna hear from Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa as he describes. That's how you pronounce it for sure. As he describes his upcoming matchup against the Rams and what to expect from the starting quarterback. We got that and much more on the Tobin and Leroy Show.
Tell me what you gonna do when it ain't no
Judgment comes to you. Judgment.
Well, sorry, I was mesmerized by your singing.
Hey,
Yeah.
I actually hung out with them.
With Bone Thugs?
Yeah.
They're from Cleveland, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. What'd you guys do? Talk about life?
No, they went to go see Skip Bayless.
Oh. Hello.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hey guys, happy
you
Friday.
You just got out of the shower. You went synchronized swimmer today?
Why do you always do this to me? No!
I'll put it in a bun.
Put it in a bun. Yeah, they were cool, but under the receives correspond thugs aren't. Nah, right now it's I'm on the way home for get wings. I got some fries that came with the wings, and a couple got loose. They were curly fries, so I picked up the little cluster and you know the little ends of the curly fries. I'm like, boop, boop, boop. Hey.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say like you dropped a couple of fries, and then when you picked it up, like just nonsense came with the fry.
But I went in my car this morning. It smelled like fried French fries.
How often do you clean your car? That's my question.
About every week.
Okay.
You do it, or you take it somewhere, or someone comes and does it?
Sometimes I do it.
Yeah.
Just like my wife would be, Big Spoon would be cleaning inside because normally, like I'll go golfing and I get back so early, she'll still be cleaning. So I'll just like go outside and clean the car or whatever.
Stay out the way.
I find cleaning the car very therapeutic. So.
Well, my problem is a lot of spots I can't reach. So I got to find something to stand on, and it's just a pain in the butt.
Yeah, you got a big car. Rough.
Try to get the top, and then if it's windy, like you just keep blowing, like so your car be clean, but everybody else's car have water spots. And then I hate if you go get. Here's what I don't understand. Let me tell you something. I'm a common sense guy, right? I try to make sense of all the things that people do, whether it's in Publix, at customer service, whether I'm at a restaurant, whatever. There's just certain things people do that just don't make no damn sense. So here's what they do when you take your car to get washed. I got to get it hand washed, so you got to take it to one of them places. They wash it, and then they pull it in the shade underneath a canopy. Well, you can't see all the spots, right?
Yeah,
so
but also,
when I drive away, I'll get home and there'll be some spots because they couldn't see it in the damn dark. So I always ask them, "Hey, man, why don't you drive my car off in the sun so you could see it?"
Yeah, that makes sense.
What's their answer, though? I want to know what the answer is.
The water.
One guy said, "I ain't gonna miss a spot," and so I drove home and then drove my car right back. What's
Miss
this?
a spot.
Yeah,
Leroy, you didn't
drove it back.
Yeah, I drove it back because because he was being a smart ass. That's why.
Okay.
Right, like he's a professional. I'm like, come on, okay, guy, like calm down, okay.
He's a professional.
Davey's very petty, I've got to say.
I'm not petty.
No, I'm saying Davey, just in general.
But I'm just saying, like, people say I'm being Karen. Am I? Is that me being petty? If I pay for my car to get washed and I get home and there's spots all over it because he couldn't see where to wipe?
I feel like going back is just such a waste of time. I would just go ahead and fix the spot myself. That's just too much work for me.
You literally hit him with you missed the spot.
Yeah. No,
take a picture, send it to them or something if you want. But
I said that because the way he was with me when I asked him, why is he drying my car off in the shade when you can't see? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Common sense. I'm just trying to make sense of it. Hey, why are we trying to car off underneath the canopy when the sun's out here and that's where you can see, make sure you get every spot?
Do they wash the car in the canopy or outside?
No, outside.
No.
And then drive it under the canopy.
It's because the sun will dry some of those water spots and leave those water stains.
Yes.
So they do it in the shade or something like that, but then they can't see it. So they end up missing it.
Then you leave the water spots and then you drive home and cook them on there.
So what they can do is, after they do that in the shade, they drive back out.
They don't ever do that.
Okay.
Not good enough, J-Fig. It's not good enough.
Hey, see,
nothing is ever good enough, guys.
You guys are making it sound like I'm being needy or whatever. And I say, I'm just wanting to get what I pay for. What's wrong with that?
Kenneth agrees with you. Yes.
Like, why?
Well, if it's not good enough for Leroy, it's not good enough for me. But hopefully Tua is good enough this weekend. Last week,
I think he's going to have a lot of opportunities because their defense is
not great. Not great.
It's okay. My concerns are on the other side of the ball because they can pick you apart. Somebody said Leroy's doing what fans did to him when he messed up. I'm going to tell you like this. This is the honest truth. Playing football ruined my life.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because there is nothing that was expected of me and how I handled myself when I played football that translates to after I got done with football. Nothing. Like the way fans yell at you for, oh, you suck, you bum, or whatever. If somebody messes up an order and I yelled that to him, I'm Karen. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
but,
you can't.
And keep in mind, I didn't go into playing football as a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
I went into playing football as a kid, a young man. I was 21 years old. So, yeah, scarred me because I thought that everybody lived by these rules, but nobody else does. They come there and demand that you live by these rules, but nobody else in this world lives by those rules. Nobody. So, yeah, I was screwed up. And so when I say I want what I pay for, I don't need nothing extra, but I want what I pay for, and people get mad. We deal with Dolphins fans every day.
Yep.
When they're 2-6 now. Nobody want to hear why. Nobody cares. They just want their team to win.
We want what we pay for. Like when we pay top dollar for a quarterback, we want him to be mobile.
He was hurt.
We want
him to be mobile.
Last week, Tua had an opportunity to scramble on a key fourth down.
Right.
Hey,
this is funny. Now at Publix, they ask me if I want my gallon of milk or water in a bag. Hell yeah. Wait, but can I just tell you? So
they do that to save on their plastic.
Who they saving? They ain't lowering no prices.
Why? Yeah, but they run out of them. That's why
it's just like the water bottles right now. The water bottle, you got to hold like a baby bird because if you squeeze it too tight when you open it, the water gonna squirt out the top because the water bottle's so thin. And they say we saving plastic, but why we ain't saving money if you saving money on plastic?
Mm-hmm.
See? And then you might say, oh, there's Leroy, difficult customers. That's real. Everybody say they doing stuff to save this and save that and save this, but they charging us more money. So they put more money in their pocket by giving us a lesser product. I want the thick plastic bottle that I can put in my cup holder and it ain't going to get water everywhere. Or make it a little bit cheaper and I'll take with the soft serve bottle. See? It sounds silly. It sounds silly, doesn't it? But doesn't make sense.
I no
See?
longer have any segues to play this to a clip left anymore, so I'm just gonna go to
Play
break.
it.
You
I
did
just
like five.
play it.
We're just gonna go to break. This is Blue Chew, and we're going to
Wait,
break.
Hey guys, it's Tobin. You're not getting the goosies in the bedroom like you used to. Well, I got something for you that'll help you go from gooseless to goosies galore, dude. Give yourself the gift of Blue Chew this holiday season. You know, your partner wants your sex life to be fulfilling. Whether you're married, you're looking to spice things up, or you're single, you're trying to impress somebody new, Blue Chew is for you. Now you can chew it and do it. It's got the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. And I got a great deal for all our listeners out there. You guys can try Blue Chew for free when you use the promo code SHOWPONY. That's right. You go to BlueChew.com, and at checkout, you use the promo code SHOWPONY, all one word. You're paying just $5 for shipping, but you're getting your first month of Blue Chew for free. Tell you what, you'll be strutting like a show pony in the bedroom. All you got to do, go to BlueChew.com, use the promo code SHOWPONY. You're getting your first month free at BlueChew.com. That's BlueChew.com.
Isn't this from the Avenger from Guardians of the Galaxy when he was kicking those animals?
Yes, it is.
That's how I remember most of my music.
Great soundtrack on Guardians of the Galaxy. Not gonna lie to you.
It's all 80s music, 70s, 80s music.
Yeah. Smart move on their part. Had a good movie, but no one really was in love with the characters. So you win them over with some good music and some good comedy, and there you go.
Yeah. People think it's acting out.
What, the car wash or the plastic bag?
No, see, and then people say, do you ever chalk it up to an honest mistake? Yeah, I do. All the time. I know the difference between a mistake and people being lazy. Right? But you've gone to a restaurant and you've sat at a table and you never saw your server and you never got, your drinks, and you had to keep flagging people down for a whole meal. And then it was all said and done. She hand you that thing with a tip suggestion on it. It don't make you mad? Right?
The suggestion does not make me mad. The included gratuity, that's
but that's what I'm saying. Some places include it. It's almost like, listen, we're gonna give you crappy service, but we're gonna include this tip in your bill. And I know it has to, and let me be fair. I know it has to do with you are getting taxed according to your bill on gratuity.
Yeah.
I understand that. But then shouldn't it be even more important that you give good customer service?
Yeah. Typically,
See, I think it has to do with people just being lazy and just making an assumption that, I can do this half-ass job, but I'm still gonna get a tip. And until more people say, no. No. Or you go somewhere like
so
I've gotten
stand.
Huh?
Essentially, you're saying you're making a stand. You
It's
are
not
making
that
a stand for the underserved person who is expected to tip.
It's not even that I'm making a stand.
Well, you just said if more people.
There's nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with asking for what you pay for. I know what a mistake is. Okay. I mean, I understand that things happen. I understand when you get work, sometimes there's delays. But here's the customer service part of it. Don't just show up, give a call. Say, hey, we're running a little behind. The order didn't come in. We'll get it to you. Fine. Communication. Okay. You ever get stuff done? Get stuff done at your house. The guy that when you buy the service, or you have to pay that money up front for a service, and he says this is the time frame it'll be done, and then it starts 3 weeks after that, and you haven't heard from the guy. That's bad customer service.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. I think the NFL did ruin your life.
It did.
Because you have high expectations of customer service because you provided customer service throughout your
and guess what? And here's the funny part about it.
Yeah.
I've been asked.
Yep.
After a game where we played terrible.
Yes.
Right? And they said, hey, did you hear the fans booing? And you know my reply was?
Yeah.
I would have booed our ass too.
Of course, because see that's another aspect.
I'm not
accountability.
I'm not. So people think that no.
Not a lot of places though have accountability or high standards that you have. For example, that's not necessarily your fault, but I think if you have these high standards and high expectations,
I don't have Is high standards just get what you pay for? That's not a high standard.
Unfortunately, it is. It doesn't seem that way to you, but unfortunately, that is a life we live, which is one of the many problems of the life that we live. But I think you were in a position in which you had expectations that you were supposed to meet, and if you didn't meet those expectations, you heard about them over and over and over again until you fixed them and you were expected to do so.
I had a guy who fumbled.
Yeah.
A punt in a game, and after the game, he got his tire slashed.
These are repercussions that are in no other field. No other field.
Right.
No, and I'm talking there's other repercussions. For example, a police officer can die, a firefighter can die in their job. Well, we get that. There's deeper repercussions. but no one has the ridicule of a professional athlete that you had to face. Therefore, when Jerome, who makes about $12.99, doesn't
the
know
money,
that he
see,
should
to me, the money has nothing to do with it. See,
it
because a
doesn't,
lot of people go to a football game and think he makes so much money, he should be good.
That's
and I would say this: if somebody came and offered you that money for the same job, you ain't gonna say no. You just gonna suck at it,
exactly.
right? But you're gonna take that money.
Oh, absolutely.
So like, yeah.
I just look. You have PTSD from a field that you were in that had high expectations of you, and
Hey,
the expectations you had.
this about does it right here.
Yeah,
been so bad. I'm giving them a 1 out of 5 customer service on Google reviews.
Listen, I got the Dolphins at 1 out of 5. You saw the report cards that came out recently. All the local journalists gave report cards, and like Chris
Garrett said, I called a colleague a charlatan bum and was sent to HR. Hey, I watch it. That's only because I watched this show too much.
Repeat the activities. That
Don't listen to us.
They're done by trained.
We're not the
wait. So
we're not the best influence, okay?
Right, but the thing is that people think that I'm asking for something that is unreasonable.
To them, it is unreasonable, but to you, it's not because you've done it.
No, but right. Like if here, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
And when people ask me to do something, or I tell my boss, fix it, dude, send me home.
You know, it's sad because I catch myself doing this too. Like I'll be talking to my friends or family or whatever, and then they do something, and I'm just like in my head, I'm just like -1. Or I don't know, I say something just out of pocket that's only you guys would understand, and they'll be like, "Wait, what did you just tell me?"
So am I like, and I don't. Here's what I don't understand. Like, I want what I pay for.
Yep.
You don't have to give me special treatment, right? I'm not asking for anything extra.
Nope.
How does that make me a Karen?
See, that doesn't make you a Karen at all.
Right. I can understand. Like
driving back to the place to say, "Yo, you missed the spot, smart ass."
No, but you have to understand the interaction that we had before I left.
Yeah.
So if he wouldn't have been so snooty about it,
yeah,
right, then I wouldn't have felt the need to go back. I would have just probably got a towel or something and wiped it off.
Yes, but this is the
fact
first
that
time.
he was highbrow with me. Then meant, oh, okay, smart ass. Let's here. You missed the spot. Get it. Yeah. So that's not on me though. Like,
you can't right the wrongs of the world, Leroy. You're
I'm not trying to right the wrongs of the world. Okay. I'm not. I'm not trying to right the wrongs of the world. I just think that if I pay for something, I want what I pay for.
Yeah.
Right. And I have a rule, and I tip well. But let me explain something to you. You don't work for me. I come here and purchase the food. I am grading the food. If the service is great, I give money to. It ain't your fault if the food is terrible. I don't blame you if the food's bad because you ain't cooking the food.
I think you're walking accountability, though. You are walking accountability.
Like I do.
You know what you should have had that food ready. If you didn't have
like
it ready,
mayhem, but for accountability.
But accountability, but it goes further than just customer service, because then it's also you're fat, and then it's like what? Leroy's like, this guy's fat, and then we're like, Leroy, you can't say that. And he's like, well, this guy shouldn't have made so much. That's not my problem. On to the next accountability. I mean, hey, this guy can't run.
But no. Why? And see, here's the problem. So my boy Eric Metcalf, right? Whenever we would go somewhere, like when we were playing together, we would go somewhere and something would happen, and everybody in the group would look over at me.
Yeah.
Because they say, You know, he ain't letting us go, right? I say, I ain't saying nothing. And then they would like egg me on because they wanted to be entertained by like, but it's just like, here, I think, here's what I think it is. Here's what I think it is. I think if we had more respect for one another, that these things wouldn't happen.
Yep.
And I don't necessarily take it as a sign of disrespect, but I take it from a standpoint of, if I try to do something for you and I say I'm going to do it, damn it, it's going to get done because I put my name on it. And some people don't care. And I take that personally. I take it personally that I am so insignificant to you that you don't even care about doing the service that I paid for. And so I get offended by it.
Correct.
And that has more to do with how I handle myself.
Yeah.
Because the way I handle myself, I expect people to treat me like that.
I think that's
right. And so from that standpoint, there's people I won't even speak to.
Yep.
Because they didn't give me the common courtesies of being a man or an adult. I don't have time for you. I don't need you.
I think you should apply that same method to restaurants. There should be certain restaurants you just don't talk to no more because they didn't accept the value that you provide as a customer. Because you're a good customer and you're going to be a repeat customer and you're going to tip well every time. But if you see, here's the funny part. If you ask the people at the deli I go to at Publix, they love me. Yeah.
They love me. Yeah.
Do you scold people in line too? People who skip?
No. Let me tell you, I got this story at Publix. It almost went down.
Wow.
So Sunday, I'm getting Rebecca, we getting a sub at Publix. Got the order. It's me and another guy. And these two girls walk up and they go, "We not cutting. We ordered online." Then mysteriously they start making a sub.
Oh.
So I'm like, "No, you're cutting."
Oh.
And they go, "No, we ordered online." I said, "That's between you and them. That ain't between us two. We ain't got nothing to do with that."
Yeah.
Right? So like situations like that, should I just be like, "Oh, I'll just let them go"? Because
technology is trying to
aren't they being Karens?
No, that's a different one. I think that's like a snowflake or something like that. That's a different one.
Right.
That's what? I think a snowflake is a word that they use. I don't know.
New term?
Yeah,
it's like a thing that people call liberals.
Okay, snowflake, like people. Princess. Okay, princess. It's basically young Karen. That's
an entitled millennial is what it's like.
So I take offense to that.
Millennial or less.
I take offense to that because you're basically saying that you are better than these other people in line.
Yeah.
And so I take offense to that.
Take a lot of things personally, Leroy.
I don't.
You just got offended by them ordering a sub online.
No.
And then
That's
thinking
not.
that they skip the line. And then thinking they can.
Wait a minute. If you waiting in line and somebody just jump in front of you, you ain't gonna say nothing.
No, I am gonna say something.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna let my face say something.
No, I ain't gonna. My mouth gonna say something.
A Karen would have been calling the police.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
When we come back, we will determine whether or not we'll have an opportunity to hear Tua speak before the game. We got trivia and we got Dead to Me. We had an action-packed final hour of the show.
We had an action-packed first 3 hours.
We did.
We learned about Leroy's trials and tribulations in life.
I think you should write a book of how football ruined your life.
Yeah.
And also, I think there's a potential you remember the Anthony Bourdain No Reservation show? He just went everywhere and whatever experience life. I think if we have Leroy just be walking accountability, we can improve America one episode at a time. So
I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Since I got on this show, I've been wanting to follow you around, Davey.
Leroy,
let us do that let us do that.
we're gonna make Leroy a TV star, and
do a little GoPro.
Just attach a GoPro to you. Have a camera crew with you.
I'm ready.
We're gonna get you famous, dude. We'll get you viral. We'll get it going.
I'm telling you, people in my area like me. I'm very friendly. I'm like, I just don't have time for the foolishness.
Leroy's show. I don't have time for the foolishness. Coming to a TV near you.
WQAM broadcast.
we prepare for a Manic Monday. Monday Night Football for the Miami Dolphins. This is the Tobin Leroy show. Show Pony Tobes out. But it's okay. We got Leroy. We got J-Fig holding things down. Like I just mentioned, Monday Night Football, Rams versus Dolphins. We got to hear from Tua yesterday. He spoke on a few things I want to go over now. One of them being that fourth down scramble that he had that had everybody nervous. He spoke about it. This is what the quarterback had to say.
Just knowing the situation of the game, knowing the time that if we didn't get that first down, that could potentially be the game if Buffalo, played their cards right with the plays and allowed us to use all our timeouts and whatnot. So to me, it was important. Obviously, wouldn't have wanted to try to run somebody over or try to do that to get a first down. So as you can see, I sort of, as I'm scrambling to the right, I'm looking at the sticks so that I know where to dive. And so that's sort of what ended up happening on that play. And luckily we got it.
So here's the deal.
Yep.
On that play, he had to dive forward also.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he tries to slide, the ball is placed where you start the slide, and he wouldn't got the first. So he had to dive forward. And
Correct.
that's just the nature of the game. You still got to play the game. Because guess what? If he would have slid to protect himself and came up short on the first down, what do you think we'd be saying now? See what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah.
So you got to play football. Are there moments where he can protect himself a little more? Absolutely. And those are the times he needs to be aware, right? Like when you run and you get as much as you can get, regardless of what the play is, go ahead on and get your slide on, because 2 extra yards, unless it's fourth down, ain't going to mean nothing if you ain't healthy.
Yep. The Dolphins have a lot of games ahead of them. And if they want to be successful, it's going to require for them to win a majority of those games. Tua says they're not far off from going on a
I think
run.
it starts in practice and how we prepare with conversations you have as a leader of the defense, as a leader of the offense, as a leader of the team, having those conversations with the guys of what the expectation is and continuing to harp on the guys to stay in it, stay in it. We could be one game away from going on a streak and, hopefully turning this whole thing around. So I would say that's sort of the process.
Well, I think they're going to win out personally. But to quote Coach Cristobal and the Hurricanes, one of the reasons why they've been successful is the same approach the Dolphins have to take. Every week, you got to go 1-0. Every week, you got to break it down.
That's fine. That's great. They've been winning because their offense has been scoring 50.
Correct. 100%, which is another thing. If they can copy that would definitely help my parlay.
I would say this, and I said it, and Tobin wanted to chop my throat, is that you can't win 7 until you win 1.
Yeah,
so
that's great. You took college before that.
So the reality of it is that in the last 2 weeks, when Tua's been back, they've shown a lot of improvement offensively. Yeah. It seems like the running game and the passing game has been working well together. But knowing the way your defense has been playing, and you're gonna have to minimize your mistakes offensively and at least try to run as many plays as possible and kind of help your defense out. That's just sports. That's the nature of what you do on a weekly and a daily basis, is that you all know this team. The team knows this team. The offense knows what they have to do to help the defense. The defense knows what they have to do to help the offense. Isn't it ironic that when Tua wasn't playing, the defense had their best stretch, right? With scoring, yards,
For
right?
sure.
So, like, yeah, it's got to work hand in hand. And once they get it clicking to where they are working together, meaning that the defense comes up with some key stops, the offense is taking advantage of the turnovers the defense gets. They're not turning the ball over and putting the defense in a bad spot. Once you start seeing that happening, then you can go on a little run. But as of right now, there's far too many mistakes at the wrong time. And even with that, you're in the last 2 weeks. But the turnovers and the crazy mistakes have hurt you. Leroy, what D? Look, you got when Tua wasn't playing, they were, holding some of these teams. Granted, the teams weren't great. But yeah, you got you just have, that's how you got to go about it. You got to go about it that way simply because you know what you have. It serves no purpose for the offense to come out and say, we're scoring enough points to win. Our defense ain't doing nothing, right? It serves nobody any purpose. So you got to have to, play accordingly, work hand in hand. Like some parts of your team aren't going to be as strong as the other part, but you're hoping that your strength can outweigh the weaknesses you have on your team.
The Miami Hurricanes are set for a sleepy nooner tomorrow against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. You nervous about that game at all, Leroy?
Yep. Because they've given up 30 points to teams that I never thought could score. Keep in mind, Florida State beat Cal.
Yeah, we struggled with them.
Right. So I would, I'm always going to be a little worried, even though I will say this. You have the greatest equalizer in college football, and that's Cam Ward. So I'm not even diminishing that, not even making light of that.
Yeah.
But you can't be the team that relies on him every week. Just can't.
Yeah, for sure. Tonight, Miami Heat match up against the Denver Nuggets. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock tip off.
Yep.
Is that something that
I'll be watching?
I should put a little parlay on potentially?
I don't like, it's too wishy-washy.
Too wishy-washy.
With who's gonna score? The one constant right now is Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero's gonna
That's
score.
it.
But no.
That's it.
And you know what? Joker's gonna have a good game. I'll tell you what. Those are the two.
You what? Bam slows him down. And you don't have any Murray, and you don't have any Gordon.
Correct.
So that means he might score 50, but
Bam Adebayo to score either 22 plus points or 11 plus rebounds.
If I had to go with which one?
No,
I'd say
they're combined. I can get value for both. Plus 115 on both of those. Like they're I don't know. It's a game exclusive.
I wouldn't go with them. I always avoid
doing
anything with Bam on the offensive end when he has to guard somebody like Joker.
So you're saying he's a bum?
No, I'm not saying he's a bum at all. But you asking him to guard a 2-time MVP and then score 20? Like, let's keep it real. Like, he's going to exhaust so much on the defensive end, the defensive side of the ball, that
I think El Borre is right. He says, Frog Boy, chill out with your chili peppers, please.
You really need to calm down.
I think I'm doing too much. I mean, when you're on a hot streak, Figgy, you got to keep shooting. But maybe I'll just calm down for today. You got to also know when to fold them. Got to know when to fold them.
Know when to pull back.
We will pull back the curtain and let you know Thanksgiving trivia is coming up next. Round 2 of Thanksgiving trivia returns when we come back. That is right. About that time. Show Pony is out, which means the game show goblin is in. Time now for round 2 of Thanksgiving trivia. Last round went to Leroy. Took it home handedly, if I'm being honest.
Didn't I win at the end?
Yes, I gave you a bajillion points because I hate to see Leroy win. But
Wow. That is crazy.
We all know what really happened there. Now, you guys know the rules. You know how to buzz in. You guys are well aware of how to conduct yourselves appropriately. So let's go ahead and move into question number 1. Guys ready for this?
Ready.
Am I supposed to put my buzzer up?
Got to put your buzzer up. Leroy's
Leroy.
His buzzer's not up. None of my business. Name a fall porch decoration. Leroy's buzzer's first.
That was me.
First, he just opens his hand. I don't even think he knows. He just opens up the buzzer very quickly. Leroy,
I do know.
All right, let's hear it.
Fall pumpkin.
All right, show me pumpkin. Correct. The number 2 answer. The number 2 answer. J-Fig, you have an opportunity to steal the number 1 answer available on the board. Name a fall porch decoration. Yeah,
Wait.
it's you. Yes.
A reef.
Oh, you need to RESPECT her answer. A reef is correct. The number 1 answer.
A reef.
Yeah. I'm sure she thought of
She's
that.
looking at no.
No, I swear I did not look at the chat. I did not look at the chat. Okay, I just know because I like decorating with reefs.
Well, there you go. You have 6 more answers available on the board. J-Fig, would you like to pass or play?
Play.
Okay, let's go ahead and play then, shall we? Name a fall porch decoration. 6 answers left on the board. J-Fig.
Are you shaking your head because it was hard?
It's hard. It's just like what?
It's really?
Really? Like, what are we even talking about?
Yikes. Okay. Lanterns?
Lantern. Show me lantern. Correct. That is the number 6 answer. You still have 5 more answers left on the board. Are you prepared to steal?
Is lights too ridiculous to even say? Oh, you're right. I did say lanterns. I do really. Let's see.
First X
ribbons.
Big. What'd you say?
Ribbons.
Ribbons. Show me ribbons. No ribbons. One more potential answer. A fall porch decoration. Show me inflatable turkey. Oh, I'm sorry, J-Fig. Inflatable turkey.
Listen, sir, you better put that back because I never said that.
All right. Fall porch decoration, J-Fig. Last one. You got 1 X left. Can't crop
okay,
this one
it's
out.
still me. You know what? -1 for sass.
That's fair. That is fair.
-1.
One of those little floor mats.
Floor mat. Show me a floor mat.
You know what? I don't know.
No
what
floor
are
mat.
they?
Leroy, time now to steal.
In the fall
porch decoration. 5 answers left on the board.
I have 2
Also,
answers.
may I add that Leroy was on his phone the whole time. He could have been
Oh, Leroy.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. What?
That's what I was doing.
All I saw was strap.
Strap for my watch. What are you doing?
I don't know. I saw leather strap. That's all I saw.
Leroy.
Wait.
What in the 50 Shades of Grey you got going on over there?
Time out.
Leroy.
Wait. While we sitting here and judging Leroy, this is more of an indication of what J Fig is about because she immediately went there.
We know what J Fig's about. We remember.
We know you, yeah.
Okay. Remember that all led from a certain part of the country enjoying goth as their Pornhub category.
I don't live there, so that's
okay.
So Leroy, when you're not buying potentially sex toys, what is another fall porch decoration to steal? 5 answers left on the board.
Pine cones.
Ooh, now that's a good answer. Show me pine cone. Incorrect, unfortunately.
I've never seen one pine cone.
Because you live in Florida.
Exactly. Also,
right.
I did say leaves. It's basically like on the first thing I said.
Wreath? Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Sign. A sign is answer number 3. Flowers, answer number 4.
Flowers? That's a lie.
It's the same thing. Reeves. What do you mean? I did say floor mat.
Oh, okay. Well, a doormat is different from a floor mat.
It is not, okay? Guess what? They all go on the floor, don't they? -1 for deception.
You won anyway.
Wait. Isn't a floor mat inside and a doormat is outside?
That's what I was thinking personally.
We're talking about the porch, so obviously it's outside.
No, but it's not called the floor mat.
He's got a point there. Candles, lanterns was an answer. We said wheat and hay was another decoration.
Wait a minute.
We live
They
in
don't have pine
Florida.
cones, but they got hay.
Where'd they find that? What farm did they steal that from?
Tobin's farm.
Tobin's farm.
The final answer: pillows. Pillows on the porch. Very interesting.
Pillows on the porch.
Whatever.
Pillows on the porch.
We're clearly not American enough.
All right. Now, there are many different ways that potatoes can be prepared as a side dish on Thanksgiving. So I'm going to ask you guys question number 2.
You know what? I'm going to let Leroy take this one.
Name.
Hey, Bubba, I have a very important question to ask you.
Oh, God.
You want to become partners in my swimming business?
Tell me all the ways to prepare a potato, Leroy.
Okay. There's baked potato.
All right, hold on. That was your first answer, correct?
Yeah.
That is the number 3 answer. J Fig, you got 2 other ways that you could potentially steal this. Are you interested in stealing?
What are my ways?
Well, you have to name a way to prepare a potato. Leroy said baked. That was the 3rd answer. Potentially, you could have the 2nd or 1st answer if you name a better way to prepare a potato for Thanksgiving side dish.
Can I go now?
Absolutely.
Mash. That's like the number one.
Number 1 answer, mashed potatoes. Would you like to play or pass, J Fig?
I can play.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, you can play now that you ordered up that leather.
Wow, -1.
You said
Deception.
it was not me.
Why?
You the one that got into telephone kink. It wasn't. I ain't got nothing to do. I was over there to watch. I was a watch. You like, don't show that leather strap.
Oh, look, you had it. Your phone was like this. It was half, right? So all I saw was leather and strap. Okay, I didn't see what was in the middle parts in between that.
The family show, ladies and gentlemen. This is a family
talk
show.
to Jennifer.
What do you mean? Stop showing your phone.
I wasn't showing my phone. You thought I was cheating. I was not cheating.
Well, if you weren't cheating, then it's safe to say we can continue on with our game. J Fig, do you have another way to prepare potatoes?
Like the very thin ones, like the scalloped, I think it's called.
Scallops. Show me scalloped potatoes. Correct. That was the number 5 answer. You got 5 more answers left.
Let me look on the chat because I know damn well.
Oh,
I know damn well you didn't just come up with scalloped off the top of your head.
I love those. I love
wreath.
those. I like making them crispy too.
All right. Name another way to prepare potatoes
with your leather strap.
Another way to prepare a potato.
Yeah.
Okay, on Thanksgiving, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so we have scalloped, we have mashed, we have, what was the other one that Leroy said?
Baked.
Baked. Okay.
Correct.
I'm gonna go with, can I say fries?
French fries. Show me fries. Number 2 answer.
What?
Got
Nobody
4
has
more
French
answers.
fries at Thanksgiving.
I like fries.
Name a way to prepare potatoes. 4 answers left on the board.
I'm starting to think you don't like fries. You like the hot oil to go with your leather strap.
So glad Tobin is not here.
You started it.
Need another strap in the bedroom. Blue Chew. Name a way to prepare potatoes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 more answers left on the board.
Okay.
Figgy.
Is it still me? Okay. Can I say loaded potatoes? I don't know.
Ooh, loaded potatoes. Sounds delicious. Unfortunately, not on the board. 2 more X's to go before Leroy has a chance to steal.
Tater? Okay.
Tater tots. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Tater tots.
Potato.
Unfortunately, not there. Although, pretty delicious.
Pretty good.
I'm
especially
4 more
loaded
answers
potatoes.
left.
I'm a big fan of the tater tot. I ain't gonna.
Tater tots pretty good.
Don't you? What? Yeah, just yesterday you said that was children's food.
Yeah, I like tater tots. They're like baby hash browns.
But you make fun of Tobin every time he orders them, though.
He doesn't order tater tots.
That's a good point. They are like that.
In
aren't
Vegas?
they?
No, it was a bunch of grown ass men passing around tater tots like they had invented the fry. Like it was disgusting to see these clowns. Ooh, try one. It's a damn tater tot, dude. Keep it moving.
That doesn't mean it's not good.
All right, I'm sorry. Time has run out on the final answer. Name a way to prepare potatoes. 1 more X remaining.
Pie.
Potato pie. Pretty good. Unfortunately, not on the top 8.
So let me go. I had a bunch of answers.
All right, what do you got? What do you got?
Au gratin.
Wait, what?
Au gratin.
Oh,
right.
okay.
I'm sure that's a way to do things.
I know
Not
in
one
my hood, somebody gonna make some potato salad.
Potato salad, the correct answer.
But I now
do like some
sweet
potatoes.
potato pie.
Yeah.
It is potato.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell you like this. That's blasphemous that wasn't on the list.
Which one? Sweet potato pie?
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, the rest of the list consisted of hash browns and chips.
Who eats hash browns at Thanksgiving?
Very strange. Chips as well. Roasted potatoes. I don't know.
Roasted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody eats roasted potatoes.
People do. It's on the list.
I mean, not for Thanksgiving.
Mm.
When was the last time you sat down and ate turkey and all that stuff and said, ooh, let me hit them roasted potatoes?
Ooh, gotta get me the roasted potatoes. Oh, yeah.
Last year, Leroy. Come on.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, everyone.
Stop lying.
Oh,
Stop lying. There ain't no way in hell that when y'all, no way in hell.
All right, you guys ready for the final question worth $1 million bajillion points?
Yeah.
You guys will have an opportunity to answer this question, both of you guys. So it'll go one at a time. That's how we're going to do that one. You guys ready for that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, final question. Again, worth 1 million bajillion points for all the marbles. Are your buzzers up? I'm not even on the right thing.
Yeah.
Name a Thanksgiving side dish. Oh, that was J Fig this time. That was J Fig with the buzzer.
I had to think.
Yeah. Now, again, both you guys will be answering this question. So it's a matter of
Yeah. Go, Jennifer. I
Fig,
got no
you
idea.
are
Ready?
first.
Are we?
Yeah, go.
Oh, I'm waiting
We're
for Marcos.
alternating.
Yes, you are first.
Okay. Mac and cheese. I made it last year.
Mac and cheese. In an amazing turn of events, mac and cheese is not in the top 7 answers.
What? That's messed
Wow.
up.
This is egregious.
Let me tell you something.
That is crazy.
And
I said not in the top.
Thanksgiving
You just
aside,
need one side dish to steal it all and be
Stuffing.
crowned the winner. The correct answer he provided was stuffing. Stuffing's on the board. Leroy wins.
I could go a list. Stuffing,
Yep.
green bean casserole.
Who's next?
Well, where I'm from, so I'm not gonna even say it. We got cranberry.
Oh,
is cranberry aside? Yeah.
It is a side. But
some people won't do Thanksgiving without the cranberry. In fact, I got a whole cabinet full of cranberry because we forget to open it. I like the gelatin, not them whole fresh cranberries. It's disgusting.
Very true.
Marcos likes it from the can in
Yes.
can shape.
Yeah,
I like the
but
can.
but the shape of the can.
Yeah, I need
Don't
the
prepare
You
it.
like it just sitting on the table, just
Yeah.
jiggling.
I want the lines from the aluminum.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Hey, you want to pop it out? You know you got to pop it out.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
at the top off, it's like, and it's just sitting there. It's the only thing that's so far from being real. Everything else is home cooked, and you just got some gelatin just sitting on the table.
I would love to be wherever Marcos is for Thanksgiving. He shows up like, "Hey guys, I prepared some cranberry."
Hey,
he just shows up.
Hey, you know why I like that cranberry, Marcos? Here's
Why?
why. Because I can take and mash a little bit on my fork, then get some mac and cheese, then get some turkey. Right? Boom. Go in.
All in one.
The other one with the real cranberries, you got to
Too much
put it on the fork,
Yeah,
and then it falls off. Nah.
Yeah, gross. Now I gotta chew a cranberry. Gross.
Yep. Al Mackey said it right. If it doesn't have the shape of the can, it ain't no
No
good.
good.
Well, my wife makes real cranberry sauce.
Gross.
And guess what?
It's just a decoration.
It's been years. In fact, guess what I do? I
What?
go open one on the can and put it in the other refrigerator, and then I go cut me a little piece, and then I put it on a little saucer, and then when we all sit down to eat, I put down my cranberry.
You got secret
And
cranberry?
they all give me the look. You'd rather eat that than the homemade? Don't judge me. You stuffed the turkey with ground meat, Mima.
Oh,
Mima.
that was personal.
Yes. Hey, that caught me off guard the first time we had Thanksgiving together. I'm like, hold up. We ain't cook, you just raw like meatloaf up in there? I said, I don't even know if they're friends like that.
They got close that day.
They're real close.
Do you want meatloaf in your turkey? Blue Chew. No, okay. When we come back, we'll let you know who or what is dead to us.
You're dead to me.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin been out all day. Leroy J Fig holding things down with your boy Marcos here. Time now to determine who or what is dead to us. Leroy, why don't you start us off?
So I am so tired of the whole political thing, right? Here's the deal. Donald Trump is going to be our president. We all voted for it. I trust the democracy of it all. And now we live with it. To tell people they're wrong or not or whatever. You know what? We had that the last election where somebody told somebody they were so wrong that they rushed the Capitol. So to all the people that, don't believe in the process or whatever, you're dead to me. That's what democracy is. This is who we voted for. Live with it. Deal with it. Like, you had a chance to do something about it. Clearly, there wasn't enough done. And guess what? You'd be amazed. This ain't got nothing to do with whether I'm a Trumper or not. Okay?
Yeah.
I am a person that believes in the process. I am a person that believes that every country doesn't have the opportunities that we have. And so once they happen, I get on people that do this with their team. Your team loses, the officials screwed us. No, the other team was better. Just deal with it. We'll be okay. But now you know.
Yep, very true.
You're dead to me.
I'll go next. My dead to me is very, very simple. If for any reason you thought the refs got this covered and we don't need any more rules or regulations, look no further than last night's game as the final play comes down to a missed face mask and a missed defensive holding. I think personally the entire idea that we have cameras everywhere to capture everything but can only challenge certain things is an antiquated thought that is dead to me.
You're dead to me.
We have the technology. Why not use them, especially when the game's on the line? This could be something that has repercussions or ramifications later on. If this was a Super Bowl, if this was a playoff game, people would be more upset. So with that being said, refs, you're dead to me.
You're dead to me.
Hey.
Yeah.
Didn't I just have this conversation about fans that saying the ref screwed them?
Ref screwed us.
And how come I can't be a Karen or I'm a Karen if I complain about getting what I pay for, yet nobody else is considered a Karen if the official screwed them?
The official screwed us, dude. We're not mad at anyone but the refs. We're mad at the zebras, dude.
What are we doing? All right.
Hey, Fig, what do you got?
All right, guys. In spirit of this weekend, which is Country Bay Music Festival, my dead to me, I think, goes to my youth because at 31, when I saw the time slots for the artist, mind you, the person I really want to see tomorrow is Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
And you know how much times I've worked festivals.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. So I'm kind of used to all the timing. When I saw what time Carrie is going to perform, my jaw dropped to the floor.
12 o'clock.
What time?
Well, no, a little bit earlier than that. At 10 o'clock, and I'm just like, why so late?
You're gonna be here, so you don't want to you want to see all of the artists, but you don't want to be there that long.
Yeah.
Is she the headliner?
She's a headliner.
So that's why she goes on Rant.
My
you
thing
are familiar
is
with all these. You are familiar with the way these things work.
Whoa.
Hey.
But the headliner, let's say for Tortuga, it's a whole day music festival, right? the headliner goes down at latest 8 p.m. So when I saw 10 o'clock, I was like,
so let me
and
ask
mind
you,
you,
what
the
time does
the
it start?
exit to where it's at is
Yeah.
absolutely crazy because at that time it's going to be just 2 lanes.
Hey, questioning.
Yeah.
When does it start?
Like at
compared
12.
to Tortuga? When did
At
Tortuga
the same
start?
time.
Oh,
Around the
okay.
same time.
Is there more artists?
Probably. If you're interested,
No, this
in
one has
seeing-
less. This one has less.
Maybe they're gonna perform longer.
If you're interested
More
in
bang for your
seeing
buck.
any of these artists, you can call us
Look.
now 305-567-0560. Don't be washed and old like J Fig.
You're dead to me.
Come
You know what's worse is
enjoy.
that I thought that, but then like the people I'm going with, they get tired so quickly too. So it just doesn't work out for me.
Well, callers, we're giving away 2 more general admission passes to Country Bay Music Festival. Give us a call right now, 305-567-0560. Caller number what, J Fig?
Let's see. Caller
Call
number
number
2.
You should say call number 10 for the time that Carrie Underwood's going on.
Man, that's gonna
Caller number 2 and caller number 10. You get tickets. Thank you for listening to Tobin and Leroy. We'll be back on Monday. Talk to you then.
Hope you mother have a good day.